All right, we're back again for another session of Gears of Vengeance. That wonderful adventure that's all about the mega dungeon that we haven't yet gotten to. Um, the last time, you guys started off trying to figure out what to do about a couple of ogres who had a captive of some sort in a ruined tower. You spent a little bit of time trying to figure out the best way to approach it until finally... I don't think it was a Leroy Jenkins, but finally you guys did attack the lone ogre that was there, subduing her in a kind of a brutal fashion by causing her to fall upon part of the stone and get impaled. And then freed what you've turned out to be an orc, who then helped actually heal her back up a little bit by, binding her wounds up and things like that. And then one of you actually did heal the ogre. Eventually the male ogre came back. And you had manacled the female, but you subdued him as well. Spent the night in the tower with the subdued ogres, which was a little weird. And the next morning, the orc, whose name was Balak, had decided to, after you explained to him what you guys were trying to do, or at least explore into this valley, looking for some ruins, I believe is what you said. He kind of led you into the valley and said, I will take you to my tribe. Reaching the camp of the tribe, it was very, very, a very portable looking kind of camp but I mean, semi-permanent is probably the better way to put it. It's like they they set up a bunch of teepees, for lack of a better term, although they're not really teepees. They're more of a domed kind of, domed tents, and there you met the orc chieftain by the name of Urghat, and he approached you guys after speaking with Balak, and thanked you for saving bringing his son back to the camp, to the tribe. And at that point, I think we stopped. So let us pick up there, here in the Anga camp. And here we go. So here's the camp. I never put you guys actually into it because there really wasn't a need for you guys to be in it at this point. But as a reminder, let's see here. Urghat looks like... Find him real quick. Urghat looks like this. He was speaking to you. You also notice somebody off to the side who's kind of watching you with a suspicious kind of a look. It looks like this. He's also got kind of sort of a staff in one hand, and a bunch of pouches at his belt.
He's got a hat.
Well, they both have a hat if you look at him. But he looks different from the typical warrior that had flanked you guys as you came in. He is more doesn't wear quite the same things. He's got sort of a bone necklace around his neck. I couldn't find one in here for it, so it's just not showing up there. Urghat says, why you in and he seems to think for a bit, and then he just says, Banda Morgoth. And you have no idea what the hell that means, but and he kind of looks around the camp.
Well, hi. We're just trying to pass on through the valley.
I love how that was Pratith for a moment, and then slightly changed to Silva, but not fully.
We'll find it eventually.
I was like, okay, that works.
I'll find it. We'll
I know you find it. I know you find it. It just was funny.
We're just trying to pass through the valley to get to the other side. We're looking for some ancient ruins. We're kind of into that good old archaeology thing, that newfangled study.
He kind of looks perplexed for a moment, and looks back at the other guy with the deer hat. You got the bear hat and the deer hat. He looks back at the guy with the deer hat, and he briefly, and then he says,
Looking at old things. We like looking at old things.
It seems like it was very hard for him to figure out what that word was. He cocks his head for a moment and says, or not cocks his head, but he looks at you for a bit and then says, "This our valley. You wish to be here. You being here is trespass."
But that's why we're coming to you. We're asking for permission to pass through. We came in with one of you in order to get an audience, so we could try and negotiate passage. That's all we're here for.
Arcot looks at the other guy for a little bit, and that one kind of shuffles forward with his staff, and he's like, "You have no business here."
Well, I just stated my business here.
You are only alive because you bring back Arcot's son.
Yes, see? We could be beneficial. What
give me a persuasion roll.
Yeah.
Just because you're at this point in time, you're trying to convert him a little bit to more.
I want to go ahead and give him a bardic inspiration and kind of nod at him, and he does speak with much wisdom.
Yeah.
If you allow me to do that.
Persuasion.
Fine. Persuasion.
Okie dokie. I'll use my bardic inspiration. It's a D4.
D6.
Yes.
D6.
I think it's a D6. Although, actually, hold on.
I'm trying to get to him, so
yeah, I was going to say, why don't you expend a use of it, and then we'll.
I couldn't. I was in the wrong place.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's all good. I was just saying, hey, before anybody does anymore, let's do that, and then we'll see what that comes up with. Because it will just roll it down.
Where is my bardic?
Actually, while I'm at it, I will just drop you guys into here, because then you'll be able to use the action HUD. I should have.
Oh wait, never mind. I won't be doing that because that's the other character.
Fair enough.
Oh, that's right. This one's a barbarian.
Yeah, I was like,
alchemist. Yes, that is also very true.
Okay.
All right, I'm pulling in people in here, because then you can have HUDs and stuff like that, and I'll put you in the right spots here in a second.
Can I use my hero point on this roll?
If you wish, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my hero point.
Okay, that's fine.
So I just roll again.
You can roll with advantage with that. Yes, that's one use of it.
What's the other uses that I can? I thought it was just to reroll.
No, there's a bunch of them. I don't remember exactly what they all are off the top of my head, but there are several of them.
I'll just use it to reroll for right now.
Yeah, that's fine. So 17. The guy looks at you a little bit, kind of seems to think for a moment. Actually, let me bring these guys a little bit into more. Balak is here, and then he reaches into a pouch at his pocket, and he pulls out a bunch of finger bones. Maybe, I mean, they're smaller bones. They're clearly bones. There are a bunch of them, and then he kind of throws them onto the ground, and scatters them. He scatters them a bit, and then he looks them over, and he looks at you, and he frowns a little bit, and then he kind of looks at the chieftain again, and he says something in what you assume is Orc. And the chieftain kind of looks a little. He hasn't been angry or anything like that, and there's a brief amount of hardening of his jaw before he kind of looks lost a little bit in thought, and then the deer-hatted guy says, "We will listen to you. Why do you seek ruins here?"
Well, we've heard tell of these kind of lost innovations, and we're trying to see what we can use them for. How can we bring these ancient technologies to help us in the modern day? And we think that these some whatever ruins that we've heard are past this valley might hold the key to a better understanding of the world at large.
You see, Urgot seemed to have gotten lost at about, I don't know, maybe a third of the way through your conversation.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Or the other one, though, says, understanding.
Yes.
Oh. Nothing more?
Nothing more. We're not here to conquer. We're not here to take over anything. We just want to go in, see what we can see, and come back.
Second, I realized that for some reason I didn't ever have a token for Cromdar, but I did. It's really weird. Look, now there's a token for it. And I also should make it so that you guys can see his name. So friendly. I gotta read my notes real quick. He looks over at the chieftain again and says something in Orc. Okay, and the other one responds, and he turns to you and says, "We speak and discuss. Wait here."
By all means, take your time.
And they go into this tent here. So I'll just put them in there. And even though, and Balak kind of stands outside with this around the fire. You guys doing anything while they're talking?
I was thinking about trying to sneak my homunculus around, then I realized I wouldn't be able to understand their conversation anyway.
Everybody give me a perception roll, though, real quick. Silva's perception. Oh, Morgoth, so close. Dresda, yeah, not Dresda. Shelgar.
Cat's coming back there. She's up to her kitchen.
That's fine.
She's yelling, "I'm coming."
It's all good. Artemis, as you're looking around, you notice that the warriors that are kind of standing around you have more of those, you took those beads off of the bodies. When you took them off the bodies, they were beads that were kind of draped around their neck. You notice more of those beads wrapped around their wrists. And they're more brilliant. Like, it's hard to describe. Like, when you picked up the beads before, remember I told you they were kind of, they didn't look like they were anything spectacular or like you'd be able to get a lot of money for them or anything like that. They were just, beads. But the ones around their wrists seem to be more lustrous, more interesting. And you got, what did you fully get? You got a 17?
Yes.
Let me check real quick what my DC was for it. And you're pretty sure that the one that's kind of closest to you, a couple on his wrist, a couple of those beads, have a slight swirl to them. So you can kind of notice that.
Either they're magical or maybe they're just more valuable, and the better warrior you are, the more honor and the better deeds.
You also happen to notice that there is a group of, it's 17, a group of warriors coming from the same direction you guys came from. And they seem to be leading more people.
Are there any larger creatures with them?
These people are actually shorter than the orcs.
Okay. Can I tell what they are yet?
They're a little too far away for you to be 100% sure, but you think they're human of some sort.
Okay, I'll kind of nudge, the group and kind of nod over that way.
Looking in that direction, there's like a half dozen of the orcs, and then they seem to be surrounding 3 men, but they're a little still too far away to be able to say exactly who they are or exactly what they look like. Plus, they're also shorter than the orcs that are surrounding them, so you're only catching that you can see the men every so often as the group kind of shuffles through and goes down up and down hill, small hills and things like that. You expect that they'll probably get here in the next 10 minutes, though, at the pace they're going. At about that point, the 2 come back out, and their posture and their demeanor seems, if not, welcoming, at least not threatening.
Yeah, that's good with orcs.
As they turn and come out, and Urgot says, "We have discussed. There may be something you can do for us, which will then allow you the possibility of exploring the valley for a limited time."
Limited time?
You must be gone from the valley three sunsets from now.
Well, we're going in past the valley. We're leaving the valley, going further. Now, hold on. Out of character.
Uh-huh.
Am I saying this because I don't exactly remember? We're going past. There's woods past the valley or something.
So based on the frescoes, remember?
Yeah.
They came through the valley, but the previous one like that showed basically like a waterfall with some steps that they came down, and then the first fresco showed them leaving some gates. So you assume that they are that they went beyond this valley. Yes, that's your assumption.
We're assuming we're going through the valley.
Yeah, you just assume you're going through the valley. So in theory, whatever he's saying is that you have to be gone 3 days hence.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to also negotiate passages back through.
He's saying you have to be gone from this valley. You can have no more than 3 days in this valley. The next time, if after you're getting a grace period of 3 sunsets.
For this time, but am I able to? I guess I'm do the conversation in character.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you what he's saying.
Yeah. Well, we're not planning. We're just passing through the valley. We're not planning on staying here very long. We just want to be able to establish some sort of consistent way where we can pass through your valley on the way to where we need to go.
Orak and the shaman and the chieftain look at each other, because I haven't given you the shaman's name yet until just now on accident. Look at each other for a moment. Give me an insight check. Ooh. They seem the look they share is one of concern, I think. It's probably the best way to describe it. That's kind of the thing that they have. And at about that point in time is when that other group of warriors arrives, and one says, "Acha, acha, acha," and they open up their group. They kind of spread out a little bit, and you guys can see Darwin and 2 other men. And it's very clear it's Darwin. You know Darwin. You've seen Darwin before. Standing in amongst that group, bound with their hands. They have no weapons. One of them actually looks like he's got a massive cut on the side of his face where he probably got hit by a weapon of some sort. And they all look a little bruised and beaten. As the chieftain and the shaman see this, they both turn around on you, and one says, the shaman says, "Liars, you have more."
Now, hold on. We did not travel here with these people.
You have more people. You're liars. Leave now. You only die because...
Hold on. hold on, hold
Okay.
on, hold on.
As you do that, he kind of stops for a second. Balak also is he's been sitting on the ground and he stands up and kind of looks a little bit and he looks at you and he looks at the group and even he turns and kind of puts his hands up a little bit to the tube behind them. As you say that, go ahead, continue.
We didn't. I have not lied to you. I'm telling you the truth. All we're trying to do is move through. We only have who we have here. They came on their own. They came on their own free will. We did not travel with them. I have not seen them until right now. And you pulled them out in front of us.
Arak, the shaman says, "You lie.
I don't.
Always, you people lie. Every time one or two of you come, there is another 6 or 10. This is not acceptable."
Who do you assume to be you people?
You people who live beyond, in the place of smoke and fire. You assume he's talking about like the forges and stuff like that. That's what you assume.
We just have a different way of life.
Always do you never deal fairly. And the chieftain, right, he's like, hold, Orak.
I don't believe that I or my party has done anything to but show you and yours good faith in this negotiation. All we're trying to do is pass through and get some kind of arrangement of consistent passage. We didn't bring anybody else in.
Orak and Urgot look at each other, and at that point, finally Darvin speaks. He's like, "Oh, Morgoth, help us! They're beating us. Please give us. Tell them your part. We're together."
No, we are not.
And Orak kind of looks at them, and so does Urgot, and he says, You can see another look between them. And he says, give me another persuasion roll, by the way. First, that was the first thing I was going to ask. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Oh, oops. Well, comes the brakes.
Yeah. Orak says, I do not believe you. You always keep people behind so that you may steal and take.
You can we prove it in deed? You mentioned us helping you.
Yes.
Perhaps you would see us by deed.
Let us show you an act of good faith.
Give me a persuasion roll then.
Oh, good. Because I roll so well.
Well,
it's only a single roll this time. You don't get to be faked out by other ones.
14.
All right, that's not bad.
Not for horror. Better than 50-50.
Arak seems lost in thought for a little bit, and then says, "I do have something that we need help with.
Absolutely.
However, I cannot trust you anymore. You bring extras when you say that you only wish to pass through."
I only wish to pass through. I don't bring extras. Extras follow along. I can't control other people. But what can I do?
Cromdar pops up a little bit. He says, "Hey, laddies, I was only I lost his voice too. I'm only the guide of these 5. No more, no less. And I would prefer never to be here. You know this. We have spoken once before. Or actually, we have fought once before." And Urgot, looks at him and like you see a look across him. Was like, I remember this from last time. They actually sort of had a little bit of a thing. These lads, they are not part of this group. I've never seen them before. Now he gets to do a persuasion roll, which is not going to be great because he's not exactly charismatic.
Yeah, dwarves are known for their charisma.
Persuasion, normal. Oh, he got a good roll though, with a -1. No better than Artemis. You see Urgot sit there for a second, look at him and says, "Yes, we know you. You fight dirty.
I respect that,
but
right?
you have survived. You have survived. I take you for your word." And then he turns to the group of 6 warriors there and he says, "Take them, execute them for trespassing." And Darvin hears this, and he's like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! We weren't trespassing. We were just following them. It's not we were just trying to keep them in sight. That's all. It's not like we were trying to. We didn't know they were coming here." Pardon?
How are you following us?
And as they're sort of getting pulled away, if you say that, Auroch kind of holds up his hand and says, "Let them speak." Darvin looks at you and he's like, "Ordered to. We were ordered to."
Now, Darvin works for the other
Martek.
one. Yeah.
Yes, he does.
So Martek is we had a deal. We had a good faith arrangement, and now Martek's having us follow.
This is not my business. He just said to follow you. Make sure of where you went. Make sure you weren't reneging on the deal.
Well, it seems like
your deal didn't include him not following you.
That's true.
It just included that you guys would potentially sell him stuff. I mean, you can say the deal that they're reneging on the deal. I'm just reminding you of the deal.
Silva wanted an implicit, just let us do our thing and we'll come back.
Yeah.
Obviously, she didn't think that was going to be the case, but.
Well, I mean, he's obviously not gonna.
Yeah. Well,
But as a player, not as Artemis. Well, Artemis definitely. I mean, they followed us. It's not our responsibility to protect them.
No, I have no problem with them being executed. Especially since Martek's being a little.
Yeah, we
both of you give me an insight check though.
Okay.
Real quick.
Yeah, no.
Ooh.
Artemis doesn't think about it, but Silva, it does potentially occur to you that if Darvin and his guys don't return, maybe, just maybe, Martek might think you guys killed him.
Oh yeah, that did cross my mind.
I mean, again, you don't have to do anything to save them. I'm just pointing out that or I mean,
it is a dangerous place, though. I mean, it is.
I'm not saying it isn't.
Yeah, I'm not.
What do you guys want to do?
I say
I'm not saving him.
Morgoth is
I
not
say
saving you.
we probably just let him go and let the orcs do their thing. And I mean, because it wasn't us that killed him. So when we come back and say that, we're not lying.
All right. So or Darvin's like,
do you know
bastards?
Before I don't say that part out. I was talking quietly to the group for that part.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask Darvin a question real quick.
Go for it.
Do you know anything at all that would be useful information for us that might help you out of this little bind here?
I don't understand. What do you mean? We're just following you. That's it.
Why?
That's all we were told to do. Track you where you went.
And that's all you know?
That's actually seems like all he knows. That's it.
Do an insight. I already did an insight check, didn't I?
No, you can do an insight check on him.
Yeah.
Like this is different than
I would like to do an insight check.
The previous insight check was whether or not. Honestly, it does seem like normally in the previous kind of interactions you've had with him, he's been kind of close to the vest, but he seems genuinely panicked and
he's
trying to tell you as much as he can, and he just doesn't know. Like it seems that Martek basically just said, "Follow these guys, see where they go." That's it.
I'll look back to the orc leader.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the name of it. It's your land. There's no place for us to tell you how to deal with your trespassers. They're not with us.
Okay. All right. Arkat nods towards the men and says, "Do it." And so they start getting dragged away, and Darvin and those guys start yelling at you guys like, "Why? What do we ever do?" Well, he
literally done a thing.
He starts to say that, and he's like, "No, you should help us. Martek will learn about this, and you guys will then be in big trouble." as they slowly get pulled away, and they get taken, off this map and out to a spot, and you continue to hear them shouting for a bit until you hear kind of a chomp, and then that particular shout ends. And then you hear a couple more, one last scream as somebody, it seems like one of the executions didn't take right away.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a dull axe.
Yeah.
A
I
dull
feel bad for him, but at the same
All
time,
right, they have
I'm
been,
not about to risk
at the same
our
time
already-
as this is going on. Aurak has turned back to you and says, yes, we must discuss business.
yes, absolutely.
There is a cave, and he kind of turns and looks to the northwest. And as he looks up there, you can see that there's sort of a rather large dark opening up there, like maybe about 3/4 of a mile away, and about maybe, I don't know, about half the way up the valley side. And 3/4 of a mile away, and you can see a dark opening or a dark spot there that looks like a cave opening. Probably is a pretty big opening. He looks at that and says, that is where we add to our diet mushrooms and other items that grow underground. We seek items from deeper within the cave which we use to trade with others. I gotta find his little spiel here. Okay. In return for getting said hold on, sorry. My notes are a bit rambly from last night. Sorry.
No worries.
Inside this large tunnel cavern, there is there are several tunnels, one of which leads to a glowing pool of multiple colors. Around this grows many small mushrooms. We seek a particular one called, I gotta find my mushroom name.
Roomy.
No, not what it's called.
That's what we're gonna call it.
Yoga Zambaro. Not sure what the hell that means.
I've never heard of it. It's like an Orcish name for whatever it is.
It's Orcish for whatever it is. Yeah, it's very clear. That is Orcish. We need many of this, as much as 30 or 40. There will be plenty of it to get. However, 2 weeks ago, when we first wished when I entered this cave 2 weeks ago, I was attacked by the cave itself. I was able to escape, and he kind of shows you along, and you can even see it on one of his chests on his one side, on his right side. There is a slight puckered kind of pierce, like looked like he got maybe pierced by something. It's still slightly puckered and still healing, and it's slightly gray actually around it. He says, "I fell unconscious. I escaped, but I fell unconscious for a week. My apprentice was able to bring me back to health. I then sent many warriors and my apprentice into the cave, and the cave attacked them as well, killing many of them, and only 2 of them and my apprentice returned." And at this point, you notice that there is a female orc who looks like, get it to show up, looks like this, who is kind of on the periphery of this whole thing, kind of was over in this area right here, kind of right here. She kind of comes a little bit closer as the story is being told. She kind of moves close, not too close, but closer, and kind of nods a little bit as he's saying this.
Nod back to
her. At this point, they returned, still having only gotten a few. We need more. So
Okay.
I propose, or he proposes, I say, in return for time in the valley, you get us these mushrooms.
Now, would this be a consistent need for you guys, where every time we need to pass through, we can get you some more, another a refill on your supply? Or is this just a one-time need?
We need this time.
Okay. Well, let me do a little consultation with the group, see if we're up for it. We'll let you know.
So he nods at you.
All right. Guys, you want to? Sounds good. Sounds bad. What are we thinking?
I mean, I don't think they've got a lot of
Not a
choice
lot of
here.
options, no.
I mean, you guys could just leave.
Yeah, we could
That
just
is
leave,
true.
assuming, but
But if we want to get to the place we're trying to get,
Yeah,
this is
your,
kind
your
of what we
assumption
gotta
is
do.
if you guys want to, if you guys say no to this, they're just going to put you back at the pass. Is your assumption?
Yeah.
yeah. And it would give us definitely some goodwill, I would think.
Yeah.
But we've got to figure out what it is in the cave that attacked them. You know, I mean,
Well, yeah, we'll have to do
Was it-
some
Yeah,
recon. But
what-
yeah, the cave itself, is it a giant
Yeah,
cave
the
mimic?
understanding, the way he put it is he literally said the cave attacked them. That's
That's
the
what I
way,
heard. Yeah.
That's what he's been saying.
it just might be some dark spider, maybe large spider.
Well, I mean, it's a cave attack. It could be. I mean, there are things that are like stalactites, or it could just be. Do I know of a giant beast that would be that large? Do we know of anything?
Give me a knowledge history check. That's probably the closest.
Am I also allowed to?
Yeah. You guys, I mean,
Oh, good.
wow, Artemis. This totally sounds like nothing you've ever heard of. In fact, well, that's not true. You think maybe you've heard of some strange creatures that live in caves called gremlins and stuff like that can, or no, sorry, zorns that can kind of meld in and out of the rock, and they are pretty deadly. Silva, this doesn't sound like anything you've ever heard of. This sounds more like this guy doesn't know what's attacking him, and he's just saying the cave has been attacking him. So you're just not sure. Like, clearly, it's probably something that can blend in with the cave itself, though, as you've already sort of surmised.
Yeah. Okay.
And you also think maybe asking maybe Mazoga, or sorry, the female shaman or the apprentice, or maybe some of the people who survived the last attack, maybe asking them some questions might gain you some information.
Do we want to do it, guys?
Yeah, I'm down.
I mean, I think we definitely want to do it.
All right. Well, I'll try and call him back over.
They've been sitting talking, and both of them stand up and, yes, do you agree to this?
Yes, we are willing and able. If we could, before we leave, have a quick chat with some of the others that went to the cave as well.
The Orak, who you've now learned his name, the shaman, says, only one still conscious at this time is Mazoga, and he points to the female
Yes, well,
apprentice.
if we could have a chat.
And she comes over, and he says, you may ask her any questions you wish. She will be going with you.
Ah, okay. All right then. Well,
And at that point in time, also, Balak speaks up and says, as will I.
all right.
Urquhart looks a little like, but is not going to countermand his warrior son. So,
All right.
all right. So if you wish to speak to Mazoga, she says, she comes up and nods at you. What do you wish to know?
What do you remember?
She says, from the first attack on Orak, when he returned, much of the wound had turned a dull gray color, and he was very stiff and weak. We found him outside the cave, lying on the ground, with much of his side gray around the wound, almost almost powder, almost stone-like. I was able to use herbs and what skill he had taught me to bring him back. When I went with the other warriors, we entered the main chamber with the pool, and the warriors started to gather some of the mushrooms, and then the rock itself from a pillar in the center of the pool seemed to strike out at one of the warriors and piercing him right through his chest. He immediately seemed to turn to stone, and then more as the chaos surrounding this first abrupt attack unfolded, more of this stuff seemed to come out of various places on the walls, striking at the warriors. Some of them attempted to fight back, but their war weapons seemed to be useless. And then they used their, and as she starts to say that, their Auroch says, and she says, and then they started to run from the thing. I attempted to get more of the mushrooms, and as I closed on the pool, 6, 8, 10, 12 eyes seemed to shine down at me, and I panicked and turned and fled. When I got to the main entrance, only myself and 2 of the others were still standing, and those 2 had been hit by something, having the same grayish wound that was slowly spreading amongst their body. They are currently unconscious in our tents.
I think it could possibly be some type of like earth elemental or something of that.
Given that information, you can now make another knowledge,
Yeah, I would like to
history,
make one as
or
well.
Arcana check. Your
Arcana.
choice. Either one.
Arcana.
Because this is clearly something.
Oh, nailed that one.
Okay.
I'm still rolling hot.
You're rolling hot today. Silva, something about this piques you a little bit. Like, it's very clear that whatever's attacking them is causing them to be petrified. Like, it's turning them to stone. And that jives with the wound, the grayness of the wound. They're whatever it is, these people are fighting against it, and that's preventing it from fully taking them over. But clearly it's some kind of petrification thing that's going on for sure. That you're 100% sure of. But there's only so many things that you know of that cause petrification. Like, mythology tells you Medusa. You've never met a Medusa. I mean, that's mythological. You know that. But basilisks.
Yeah.
But basilisks don't sound like they unfold or strike out from stone. They're like lizards that move across the ground.
Didn't we fight something? Wasn't that one of the things? Was that turning them to stone in the mine?
No.
That creature?
No, that creature would dissolve you like acid.
Okay. I could.
So that doesn't fit either. Also, it sounded from the way she talked, and getting some clarification as you're thinking through this, you can get some. It sounded like that at one point, stone from the floor itself seemed to rise up and knock down the warriors, and then the stone, the rock would come flying out again and strike them. So none of this sounds like a basilisk of any sort. So this must be some new creature that you've never heard of. Even with a 20, you've never heard of this creature. So I can't give you that. But you now definitely know that whatever it is, it's somehow petrifying people.
Do I know of anything medicine-wise that might reverse petrification or some type of herb?
Yeah, I was gonna ask if we can.
I've got a medicine roll.
You can do a medicine roll if you want.
Again, rolling so hot. Let's see.
Jesus.
Let's get him out of the way.
You just don't know. That's like your second one today. Yeah, you don't know much about any medicines that prevent or reverse petrification. You don't know of any herbs or anything like that. It's not in your wheelhouse. You've never had to deal with any of that.
Can I make a medicine check?
Sure.
And I would like to hop back to that shushing, if we could.
Yeah, you can, and do your medicine check, and then we'll...
Yeah.
Ask the other two people if they've heard of it.
Silva, the only thing you know of is that there was a book during your Artificer studies about a balm that you could apply to a petrified person, and it would return them to normal. That's me telling you that the only way to get rid of petrification is greater restoration. That's my way of telling you that.
Okay.
In game terms, you need a greater restoration to reverse petrification. But you don't know of anything that can help prevent it to begin with. Like, normally with a basilisk, you just wouldn't look at it, or you try to stay out of its breath, or, you know, these sorts of things. This is like, it's like when it just strikes, it does it. So it's very confusing.
I'm worried about now. These people have, some of them been started to be petrified. Have they reversed it? They have.
Yes, Mozoga, if you ask her about that, Mozoga says, some of the mushrooms around the pool which we had tried, can be used to help with some she says, with some trial and error on Auroch, I was able to find one of the dried mushrooms we had applied as a poultice would reverse the effects of this.
So we do have a way to reverse.
Yeah, she talks about let me do this one. She says, yes, the yoga kahawi was beneficial to the treatment of this. So at this point in time, you've heard enough now between the two of them that it certainly sounds like yoga might be mushroom in orc.
Yeah, I want to. How far travel-wise is the cave?
It's like 3/4 of a mile, so you know, maybe.
Oh, it's
maybe about 15-20 minutes. Well, probably like half an hour because you're climbing up the side of the valley.
Okay.
The whole width of this valley, for the most part, averages anywhere from about, at its widest point, is about 1.5 miles, 1 3/4 wide. You're now more towards the northern end, so it's a little bit narrower here. Where this river, where the stream is, it's about 1/2 mile to really get up the stream on the other side of the stream. Towards the cave is about 3/4 of a mile.
Okay. Now, it may not be my place, and I don't mean to pry, but we are going into what seems to be a rather dangerous situation. It would help us if we had all the information you guys had. She was about to give us something that might be helpful for us.
Auroch says, there is nothing more you need to know.
Can I do an insight on that?
Sure.
I mean, I'm sure he believes it, but
yeah, no, I'm pretty sure he's hiding something.
But
he definitely believes there's nothing more you need to know, but he's certainly holding something back. You've learned enough at this point of interaction with him to see when he's kind of.
I mean, I understand your hesitation to share with strangers, but we're going in with
There's nothing more you need to know. You have agreed to do this. If you wish to back out now, we can put you on we can send you away.
No, we'll take the job.
Go ahead. This started happening. I mean, this is.
He said,
how long? When was the last time?
So the first time that when Auroch said he went to it, it was 2 weeks ago.
Okay, but you've been to.
But you don't know how often they go to that particular cave. He didn't mention how often they go to that particular cave. Like, and
that's what I wanted to ask.
It sounds like they go to the main cavern to get some mushrooms as part of their diet. So that one they probably go relatively frequently. So yeah, so if you ask that, he's like, 2 weeks ago was the first time this year we had gone.
Well,
maybe we have time.
I'll just ask the girl when he's not around.
For what?
Well, maybe we have time to prepare a night to before we go in. Place to rest and prepare.
Yeah, I need spell slots.
Exactly.
Yes, you may. We will provide you with a tent or two.
Thank you.
Much
That is-
appreciated.
yes. Very good.
We'll head out at first light tomorrow.
This is acceptable. Mazoga will go with you, as will Balak.
All right.
They will lead you to the cave, the chamber. Retrieve the mushrooms, return them to us, and then Balak will show you to the north side of the valley, where you can then continue your journey.
What can we carry these mushrooms in? Is there something?
Mazoga
Will
will
they give us
bring a
baskets or
basket or a
something? Yeah.
sack. Mazoga will bring baskets.
Okay, so it's nothing special.
No,
that
nothing special. I mean, it's just mushrooms.
Okay.
Silva and gold. Silva. Well, actually, or Artemis. They did mention that the dried mushroom was effective at reversing
The
thing.
Yeah.
That you
Do they
wanna-
have any more to?
Yes, she still has
Can
some.
we investigate?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she still has some. Mazoga is like, if you wish to try something with it, you may.
Yes, I would like
It's
to.
basically just after lunch, just after midday on the 11th. So you have a complete afternoon if you want to wait until the
Alright.
next day to try to do stuff if you wish.
Mind
So-
taking a look at these? This is your field more than mine. Take a look at these shrooms.
Yeah, I would definitely like to.
Right.
If I
So,
have a place to set up and
You guys are directed to a couple of tents. It'll probably just be these over here. And Mazoga brings some of the dried mushroom. Remember, it's a mushroom that's been dried, so that's what you currently have to work with. All right, you guys over here around this campfire now.
okay.
And Mazoga is there with you. Looking it over for you spend the next couple of hours looking it over. Give me an alchemist.
Can I spend extra time to maybe get advantage?
Well, no, I'm just gonna
No,
give
it's just
me
regular.
okay. And if you spend extra time, it just lowers the DC. That's all it does.
Okay. Well,
What I was
going
going to tell you though is give me an alchemist equipment roll.
So just an intelligence plus twice my proficiency.
I don't think it's twice. I think if you are proficient in an alchemist tools, you just get proficiency.
Okay.
But I can't remember. 100%.
Normal tools are proficiency twice, like thieves' tools.
No.
I think.
Rogues get proficiency twice with thieves' tools as a class feature.
Okay, so
That's the difference.
so you wouldn't think alchemists would do without.
And in fact,
okay, yeah.
rogues don't actually get it by default. They have to take expertise in the tools. That's where they get the double proficiency.
Okay. Well, I will roll.
Yeah, I know you're proficient in alchemist tools. I'm just saying it's expertise that gets you the extra stuff, which is where rogues have it. And they typically put it into there. They don't have to. Jesus, Johnny.
What do you want me to do, man? Dice or dice?
You're having the worst time.
No, this character has not had really good dice. I have to admit.
You spend a couple of hours doing everything you can to try to figure out what the heck this thing is, what might be a part of it that's helping to resolve the petrification process or prevent it, or hasten the removal of it or whatever. And you burn through all of it without any insight into what's going on. Burn through all of what she brought.
Yeah, no, I have no idea. Is there any more? Perhaps there's a little more.
Mazoga comes back. She probably left you, and you kind of send for her again. She comes back and she says, "I have 3 more mushrooms, dried versions of it. I can spare 1 more in case something happens while we're in there. We do not wish to be completely out of it." And she goes and returns enough of like 1 more mushroom's worth of it.
I'm on the trail. I've almost got this. Yeah. Let me see if I got any spells that would help me with something.
Dude, it's all good.
No, I know. I'm just trying to see if I can.
So give me a knowledge, or give me a nature check as well.
I actually not. I've got a decent nature. I'm not scheduling it. Medicine, maybe?
No, nature in this case.
Nature? Okay.
Yeah. Better.
Yeah.
At least it's not
I'm
a
plus
1.
3.
At least it's not a
And
1.
I'm still below 50%, but yeah.
Looking over the mushroom over the last couple of hours and looking at it again, you realize that this mushroom is somewhat familiar to you. You guys don't call it a yoga, whatever the heck they were making it, the name they made it up. You know it as I gotta find my name for it. Know it as Amanita, an Amanita mushroom. And as far as you know, it's just a flavorful mushroom that is put into soups and stews and things like that. There's no medicinal properties to it, as far as you know. Now, the only reason, like, you can, like, when she brought it this time, it's dried, but it's not cut up. Like the first time she brought some that was already cut up and stuff. So you're looking at the whole thing, and it's definitely an Amanita mushroom, but it's dark brown, which is not the normal color of these things.
So maybe if it's raised in the dark, it's a different color?
Well, most mushrooms of this type are raised in the dark. They're usually found in caves and in dark places. So that's not unusual. But the coloring of it is.
What would I think would be the coloring wise? Just it's a different type of mushroom, or it's...
It definitely looks like an Amanita mushroom. Like, this looks like a mushroom you would find in a stew.
Do I have something in the ominous mushroom in my supplies?
No, because like I said, it's food. Like there's no medicinal value to this at all, as far as you're concerned.
Start carrying some now.
No. It, like I said, you know what the mushroom looks like. The shape is the correct shape. It's pretty clear that this is an Amanita mushroom, but the coloring is wrong.
And you say it's darker. It's not gray.
It's dark. It's like a dark brown, dark brownish gray.
Hang on. Let me cast a detect magic on it in a ritual.
Okay.
See if there's any. Well, actually, yeah, I'll cast it, but it won't use a slot.
Yeah. No, you can always just say don't
Okay.
use the slot. That's what you can always do. All right. So you spend 10 minutes and cast the spell.
Yes.
There is a faint residual magic in it's been dried, remember, it's not alive anymore or anything like that, but there's a very faint residual magic of alteration in it.
I wouldn't think an identify. I'm just going to use a spell slot for identify real fast. I mean, I don't think it will help me, but
yeah, in this case, identify. You try it; it just doesn't give you any more information. It's not really a magic item or anything like that.
No, I know.
It does give you though, like that you're on the right trail in the sense of this is not a tradition. Like this is an Amanita mushroom, but it's not a traditional one that you're used to seeing in a stew. There's definitely something
grown about it. In a holy ground or some type of it absorbs.
You can give me a knowledge arcana check if you want. You're now kind of going down you now know it's somewhat magical. You can start going down the road of that sort of thing.
Hey!
So as you're kind of looking it over, you remember that they mentioned that there is a pool of multicolored cloudy water that the other one that they wanted you to get grew around. And you realize when you ask Mazoga, is this one from the same place? She says yes. And at that point, you think maybe, just maybe, there's something about the mushrooms growing around that pool that is mutating them, changing them.
Yeah.
Providing or imbuing magical properties upon them, possibly.
Is there any other water like this? Any other pool like you described in the area?
Mazoga says Mazoga doesn't know of any.
Okay. It seems to have some type of magic, some type of property of the earth, and unusual to most water.
Mizoga's like, I do not understand these. All we know is the gods have provided the the colored column which feeds the pool and makes these wonderful mushrooms, many of which are medicinal in use.
Colored column. Does that prompt anything? I can't think of anything. I wouldn't think so.
No, it doesn't really prompt anything. You learned a hell of a lot just from that 20. It's far more than I was expecting to have to give you.
Well,
So
I lost a hell of a lot because of one, so that's okay.
yeah, no, you're good. You're good. She also would have mentioned that that the mushroom you're looking for looks almost identical to this one. It's just a deep, deep purple.
Does the water heal you? Is it used in anything else? The water around the water?
We do not drink the water. It is very cloudy and very bitter to taste.
Ah.
But it seems to feed the mushrooms quite well. And I don't know when Mizoga became somewhat British.
Nature finds a way. Yeah. Okay, well, I guess, can I reproduce the effect possibly? Probably not with the rolls I've been having.
Can you do what? What were you trying?
Reproduce the effect or try to isolate.
Well, you can. Okay, you can try again now. Knowing everything that you've learned at this point, I would give you advantage on the alchemist roll.
Okay.
Because now you kind of have a better idea of what to look for, and you're not just trying to pull it out of your ass.
Okay.
Before you were like, I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm trying to figure this out. So it was already a hard roll, but now you've learned quite a bit more about things. And
16 plus my, that is not counting my proficiency, which is 2, right? So that'd be 18. That's just my base intelligence.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
no, that's fair. All right, so on 18, you spend another hour kind of cutting up a little bit, putting it into a potion, or brewing it into some base that you've got and a few things like that. And after that hour, you think that you kind of reduce it down and turn it into sort of a thick, oily kind of paste. You think that it is your learned opinion as an alchemist that if you apply this oil to someone, they will have some resistance to the effects of this thing, to the effects of petrification. So,
do I have
what does that mean in terms of games?
Yes.
That means that if you apply this oil to someone for the next hour, they have advantage on saving throws against petrification.
How long does it take to produce, and how much of it does it take?
You have enough mushroom there left. So right now you have one application is what you've made in this next hour. You have enough mushroom left to make 3 more doses. So not enough for the entire party, but still something.
Yeah. Can I use, if I were to apply it to someone who is the wound, is that what I'll ask you, is that what they do?
Well, no, they didn't. They make a poultice out of it, except they were applying to it, and based on what you know now, you believe what most likely was happening with the poultice is it's sucking the petrification poison, for lack of a better term, out of. It's basically removing it from the wound. It's pulling. Think of it as like you got poisoned by a snake, and you're sucking out the poison.
Right.
The poultice itself is kind of doing that.
So I can't make like a quick pack or something to help the chief and get more goodwill.
No, this is not the potion you currently have is not going to reverse it immediately. It's more what you have now is something that will provide protection against it happening to begin with. And you do see a way you could take this herb or this mushroom, sorry, not herb, this dried mushroom. Actually, you think it would be better if it was not dried. If you had a fresh sample of it, you believe that would potentially make it so that you could make a liquid of some sort that you could pour on someone who is petrified and turn them back to flesh.
I'm gonna ask her, are there many of these mushrooms there?
She kind of looks. Many different types of mushrooms go around the pool. Is the way what she says.
of these, the ones that make?
There are some. The mushrooms grow in many different colors, and
Yes.
depending on the time of year of harvest, some are more plentiful than others. The gist of what she's saying, for the better way I can say it, is that it seems like sometimes some grow better some years than others. It's
normal,
and they're not sure why.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, and they're harvesting. They're not like growing.
They're just harvesting them. Just going in there and taking what's there.
Yeah. Well, if we have fresh, I believe I can make something that will quickly reverse the effect.
Well, she says, well, then we must go to the same caves, the same pool.
Yes, we definitely do. If I can have 2 of these, I can make something to protect us. That'd be 2 protection, right? 2 potions.
Well, no. So you have enough right now. You have enough left of the mushroom. The one mushroom you have, you can make 4 applications. You currently just have 1 application.
Okay. Well, then I would just use the mushroom I have right now, and I will not ask for any more mushrooms.
Okay. So you spend the next 4 hours brewing this oil for the other 3, but you do not need to make a roll because you've made it once already.
How long will it take to apply?
Like I said, the effects will last for an hour. So we
want to do it when we're close to the.
Yeah, no. I guess what I'm trying to say is that once you apply it, the effects will last for an hour. You have advantage on saving throws against petrification for 1 hour.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, so saying we should wait until we get to before the cave.
Yeah. No, I understand that. I'm just telling you that
gotcha.
it's not like it's going to take an hour to apply it. All I'm trying to point out is that you can it probably takes a minute or so to apply it, and then you get an hour's worth of protection.
Well, that's good. That's something.
And remember the way petrification works: you make a saving throw first,
and then
and then you get a second one.
Start.
So just remember. So you would have advantage. You would have advantage on both of those. So even if you failed the first one, you'd still have a potential chance at the second one.
So I'm going to ask our magical hunter. Does she know anything about a creature that could turn you to stone like this?
I don't know. Dresden or Sealgair, do you know anything about something like this?
She's on mute.
Yes, she is. No, by the time you get done with all of this, it's like 7 o'clock. It's evening. The suns have gone down. The orc tribe does provide you with some food. It is a stew with some mushroom in it, as well as fish. So they're probably getting fish from the stream. And they also give you some dried meat of some sort. Asking about it, it seems that it is probably a small deer that lives here in the valley.
I will bow to them and honor. Do they bow? How do they honor each other when they give each other gifts like that?
You're not sure.
Okay.
Mostly because Pete isn't sure, but also because you've never met their culture.
Yeah, I didn't know if you could see people giving things back and forth. They bowed or something.
No, they don't necessarily bow. You don't see maybe more of a nod or anything like that, or something like that. There's no main kind of thing. I mean, it's a very practical. Seems like a pretty practical people. Like they share in everything, so it's expected that they would probably give food to each other. Like you didn't even ask for any food. Like you have food, you could have had your own rations, but they just provided you with some food. So. And no one. There's some orc warriors near your tents. Clearly, they're keeping an eye on you. But when you go out and say, "I need to go to the bathroom," they direct you to some rocks and say, "Go ahead." They don't really worry too much about it. And when you're looking for water, they just direct you down to the stream to get some water and stuff like that. It's not like they're trying to prevent you from going from various places. They're just keeping an eye on you.
Okay, so. And another question: who has dark vision here? Anyone?
I think I do.
Do I have dark?
Yeah, I have dark vision.
Do I have dark vision? Yes. I have dark vision.
I do not.
I believe
Okay.
Andal does at this point because of some stuff he's taken, but I can't remember.
Well, I can cast a spell which will give. I guess I can give 2 of us if it's needed. Dark vision. I mean, myself and then someone else if we think that's. How many people are going in with us? The 4 of us plus
the
her.
5 of you, 6 of you, because Cromdar is going.
Okay. Well, she's. That's right, because they're 2. Okay.
Yep, and then the 2 of them.
So yeah, I can't get everybody. Okay, well, I'm gonna prepare something.
I'd just try and get the frontline people that are probably gonna be getting in first.
And Sheldar, did you ever know? Have you heard of a monster that can turn you to stone, or you come across anything like this?
So, is that one of the things I would know from the Order of the Inquisition?
No,
or...
you guys are mostly about spellcasters. This doesn't sound like a spellcaster or a spell or that kind of magic wielding kind of creature. Like Fae is another thing you would potentially know a bit about, but you can still rack your brain and do a knowledge arcana check about it if you want. I mean, it doesn't mean some of these things aren't tangentially related. Yeah. They could be.
Knowledge arcana. Would it be advantage or normal?
No, it's just normal. Honestly, I really should be calling it disadvantage, but it's fine. The only things that you've heard of about petrification are spellcasters. Wizards know how to petrify people. That's very clear. You've also heard of basilisks as well. You've heard of a couple of mythological creatures that no one in the order seems to have ever encountered, a Medusa and a Gorgon. Those are 2 things that have been talked about, but no one believes they exist. And that's pretty much it. Nothing else that you know of are kind of does petrification. Artemis, give me an insight check. Wow. You don't have a plus 0 on an insight check.
Yeah,
something about this just seems weird in the sense that I guess I'd put it this way. Knowing what you now know about the mushroom being imbued with something, it sort of creeps into your mind that maybe something similar has happened here.
So the creatures who live there or have placed a home there may have absorbed some of the magic.
Yeah. Maybe whatever creature this is doesn't normally have this ability. And has gained it through being near the pool for a certain amount of time.
I'm going to ask her, how far away did the cave strike you?
Mazoga says, it did not strike me. It hit some of the warriors.
Were they next to a wall?
I gotta check something and then I'll tell you. Sorry, okay. It's not.
No, it's okay.
I just have to check something. I will give you an answer. She has an answer for you.
I thought she was pausing because she didn't,
No, she's halting. No, I'm trying to. It's halting because of she's not 100% sure of the language as well, but also because I have to look up. Where the heck is
wizards are intelligent, not wisdom-based investigation.
Yeah.
I mean,
she
insights
says,
wisdom.
She says, almost all the way on. I gotta check the. Hold on, I gotta check the cavern because I gotta see how big it is. Through most of the cavern around the pool, but there are two chambers as we enter. One that does not include the pool, that is actually slightly down, about 5 feet down below the pool. You have to climb up a little bit to get to the pool. And it went somewhat into that second chamber, but not very far. Sorry.
I'm wondering if this was they've camouflaged or why. I just don't necessarily if it's a creature, I'm trying to think of what would.
Well, so I will now give you guys one more history check, knowledge history check or arcana check. Now knowing that it's possible this is just some other kind of creature that has gotten this ability. So
Okay.
that I will give you, because this changes things about what you might be thinking about by being here. Artemis.
Oh, actually, well, it doesn't matter now. Go ahead.
No, my
Well, I just read up on enhanced ability, and I should have been enhancing taking some brain steroids.
No. It's just
New information just confused.
No, hold on. You guys during your roll, my version of the thing just went down, like it just hung.
Oh.
And now I'm not considered a GM client anymore.
So should we roll again?
No.
Oh.
Can I cast enhance ability on myself, or take my potion of enhance ability for intelligence? Is it too late?
No, not yet.
Okay.
A second, I don't have to redo a whole bunch of stuff because it kills a bunch of it dies like.
And my roll wasn't awful, just.
No, the problem I have is that I now need to fix some stuff. Irritating. No, your roll was.
It wasn't awful. It was 15.
Yeah, it was a 15. I saw it before. Well, in fact, I'll see it again here in a second.
I've just been doing this whole. I was looking at things to help myself, and I've ignored my enhance ability.
Yeah, you should totally be doing something with it.
Well, for some reason I was thinking it was only physical: beard, bear, bull, and cat. But
no, it's not. You are
I
correct.
can do more. Brain steroids.
I don't know why it hung too. That was a weird one.
And actually, I'm not gonna be able to give everyone dark vision because I'm gonna have to do something else. I only got 2 second level spells.
All right, that's gonna be as good as it's gonna get. All right. Okay, so let's see here. You got 15 Artemis. So the only thing you can think of that lives in Artemis, it lives in caves like this and stuff like that. That might fit the bill. Is just everything seems to come back to like a spider of some sort or something like that. But I mean, this doesn't really sound like a spider based on what you've been hearing. But I mean, that's really the only thing that kind of makes sense. Like these things tend to.
And webs can be shot out and have the effect.
Yeah, but they didn't. She doesn't mention anything about webs, though.
Well, maybe they've been changed, but yeah. Spray. Yeah. She said though with the walls.
Well, she said that the rock, the walls themselves seem to attack, but and the
okay,
floor
that definitely be a spider.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense then.
So this is, I mean, that's the only thing that really comes to mind. Maybe like again, it kind of be hidden of some sort, and or something like that.
Okay.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do?
I'm going to get a spell ready to help another person. I can do up to 2 devices. So does everyone wear armor in this party?
I can have leather
of some sort. Yeah.
Okay, so mage armor is not going to help. I could do grease, but that wouldn't help. Okay. I think I want to give some people some magic missiles. Anyway.
All right. You guys doing anything else during that time?
I mean, actually, I'll probably be busy, so I'm not going to.
Yeah, you're busy the whole time for the most
Yeah,
part.
I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to
Anybody
step away in
else-
just a second.
Is anybody else trying to do anything?
I don't want to antagonize anybody, so I shan't.
Okay.
We're gonna try and do some further study on the axe head.
Okay. Give me a knowledge arcana.
Oh, come on.
Well, I mean, it's still a 10, but I mean, you don't really make much more progress.
Yeah.
You're probably just thinking about other things, so that's why it's, just not.
All right. Well, okay. And I don't want to do anything else. I'm good.
All right, Sealgair, you want to do anything? Take silence as either being muted or no.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do anything.
All right, so morning
I want
comes.
to find treasure.
Morning comes. It is now morning of the 12th. The
Long rest.
tent. Yes, you could do a long rest for certain. In fact, let me make sure that I long rest Andal, even though. All right. Kromdar doesn't need it because he's an NPC. All right. So he does need it because he really should get his hit points back. You guys are woken up by Mazoga and Balak kind of wrapping on the tent and kind of opening it up and getting you guys up. And you start heading after getting everything in line. You see Mazoga has a couple baskets. If Artemis asks for one, which he's probably going to, she's willing to give him one as well.
I'm sorry, what was I asking for? I just got back.
A basket.
My apologies. Oh yeah, I'll offer a basket.
And then you guys go ahead.
That's disgusting.
What's disgusting?
Sorry.
You guys cross the stream and start heading heading sort of northwest along the valley floor towards the kind of the gaping hole in the morning sun. The morning kind of the suns are coming up and they kind of shade that area, so it's a little harder to see the cave here in the morning. But you kind of approximately know where it was, so you can make it out. Heading up the side, it takes about 2 hours to get all the way up to where the cave is at. The entrance to the cave is massive. It's about 40 feet across and a good 60 feet high. It's even from here, as you kind of look in, you can see as some light kind of streams into it, you can see it is definitely sort of a dry cave up here, but you can just start to make out things deeper into it, including the beginnings of some kind of foliage, probably mushrooms or lichen of some sort. As sort of wherever this cave is, it starts to slowly kind of go down from here. So at least going in is going to be relatively easy because you're going to mostly be working your way down into the cave. Coming back out might be a little more difficult. Let me bring up I don't have a map for this portion of it for you guys, but I do have a map.
So when we go into the cave, before we go into the cave, I will apply.
Okay. So you, at this point in time, take the time to apply some of this stuff on which 4 people? Because there's only going to be enough for 4.
Who are going to be our frontline fighters? I mean, I'm going to take one just because my stuff.
And I will be frontline.
Yeah, so that's 2. Is our orc friend going to be that? He's a frontline fighter, right?
He is. Yeah, he can be.
I mean, is he a bow guy or is he a?
No, he's got a spear. Remember?
Yes.
Because he would throw it a lot, and sometimes he's got a spear.
I thought that was a dwarf who was.
That is a dwarf. The orc guy. He's a fighter. Yes.
So maybe the orc and the dwarf. So Sealgair, you shoot with a bow, right?
Yes, she does.
And Brian has a gun. Silva has a gun.
Also true.
Anyone objections on that or?
Nope.
It's not ideal, but I've only got 4. I mean, we could give one to the girl instead.
It's up to you guys.
Well, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm kind of asking.
I mean, I'm not rushing
help.
in, so
Yeah, I mean, the shaman, she is going to try to go gather stuff as the gist of what you got.
That's what I'm wondering if the shaman would be a good.
Well, can you just leave one in reserve? Do you have to use them all?
Well,
It's going to take about a minute to apply it. So.
Yeah, it doesn't help once you've already been started to be affected.
Yeah, it's only helping this particular thing is only going to help provide resistance to it, so giving you advantage on the saving throw. It's not going to stop it.
But the shaman has been able to help people who have already started being affected before.
Yes, but
So
again, using this particular dried herb and after the fact, and based on what you understood from the thing, it took a week for them to.
So it's not like she does a restoration.
Nope.
Spell
No, it took a week
then
for
I'll
it to
go.
Remember the shaman, the Auroch, the shaman, had the same problem, and it took her a week to get him back to a point where he could was functioning. And you saw he still had a wound on his chest that was still healing, that is still slightly gray around it. So,
and I may be able to make something if we survive and get through this. So yeah, let's do those 4 because we definitely want the chieftain's son. Having him turn to stone would be bad. The dwarf because he's a frontline fighter, and I think that's who we're going to go with.
Okay.
So.
All right. So.
And I will give a who would be useful for magic missile? Anyone? Yeah, I give Cat a globe.
Okay.
And she should throw it at any area of the creature, and it's going to be 1 use of magic missile.
Okay.
I mean, it's going to be 3 magic missiles, but 1.
Right. One use of the spell magic missile.
Yes.
You notice also as you guys have been going up that that Balak has those kind of wristbands on as well, beads around his wrists.
I'm not asking for those,
as well as a spear and a kind of wicked looking kind of, you'd call it a sword at his belt.
So are the beads? I'm curious. Are those a sign of honor and rank?
You're asking Balak that?
Yes.
They are something we get they are something we retrieve when we are coming of age and become a warrior.
Ah, okay. So it's a ceremony because I noticed some don't have those. So
every single warrior you've seen has them.
Okay, so it's not. I thought the warriors that died didn't have that. Oh, because he probably took them. Yep, never mind.
Remember, he went and saw them first.
Yeah, I know. I'll be quiet now.
So you guys start to head into the cave, and as you kind of come into the cave, you see the roof kind of vault up away from. Remember, I told you it was 60 feet high. It continues to vault up, and in here, because of the light, kind of wraps in around and dispersion and all that sort of stuff. You can see it continues to go up, and as you head down into this cavern and into the darkness, eventually you lose the top of the cavern. This place is massive. You easily walk, 60, 70, 80 feet before, the light starts to fade in here. And you can see another 60, 80 feet in. And it's there you start to see mushrooms all over the place. These mushrooms, though, are, let me find it real quick. These mushrooms are larger than you're expecting, like you would normally expect. Some of them are, some of them are the typical mushrooms you would expect that you would normally eat, like, oyster mushrooms and that sort of stuff. But they're growing at the base of a mushroom that's size of a dog, like 2 or 3 feet tall. Things of this nature. They're huge. And I'm not sure why they'd be so large, other than, maybe no one's been picking them. However, as you come through, you do see a spot where clearly someone has been harvesting them, because you can see the stumps of where they are, and smaller mushrooms growing off of those stumps. clearly where the orcs have been taking some of these mushrooms to use in their as part of their diet. You spend the next half an hour moving through this cavern. Eventually the light just fails.
Yeah, I will cast dark vision on myself.
Okay. And you have to, bring up some torches and things like that, which you guys have, so I'm not worried about that.
Put these weird looking goggles on.
And at a certain point, like the ceiling is lost to the darkness. Even some of the walls to the far sides are lost in darkness. Like the torch just doesn't reach the edge of where you're looking. But you can definitely see a path through this. I mean, clearly this path has been used before, and Mazoga and Belloc seem to go straight down it like they've been this way many times before. Go ahead.
Can I give one more thing? I'm sorry. I will give an arrow. I will do a light spell on one of Shogun's arrows. Just use it for light and shoot it into a section.
Okay.
It's a cantrip.
Okay. How long does it last?
It is an hour, believe it or not. That's why I checked.
Okay. No, that's fine. I was just.
It's only a 20 foot bright light and then 20 foot dim light after that.
Yeah. No, it's all good. I'm not worried about the.
Okay.
I was just curious how long it lasted.
Yeah. No, it's for a cantrip.
After about another. So, like I said, it took about 30 minutes to get you there. Now starts to make you think maybe you shouldn't have put those.
I was thinking
to get to the other side of the cavern. You start to notice that the ceiling starts to come down. It starts to come into the light again, and after a little bit, you notice that there are 3 tunnels that kind of narrows down into like 3 tunnels that head deeper into the mountain. Mazoga doesn't hesitate at all and takes the one on the left, which starts to head down even further. The tunnel twists and turns and heads slightly downward for about another 15 minutes before reaching a moderately sized cavern with a softly glowing pool. That is when we get to this. And I gotta add tokens. Give me 1 second, because I hadn't added you to the thing. So, I always forget.
You thought we were going to stay forever preparing.
Of course, I've also set something up incorrectly, didn't I? Why? Oh, that's because Andal's thing is just totally broken. For some reason, it's got a vision of 180 feet, and I don't know where he got it from. So for now, I will drop it back down.
And I'm bringing Hootie, by the way.
Okay.
My owl. Actually, is there enough room for owl to fly in? Given it's an owl.
Well, it was in the big cavern, but once you get down into the tunnel, it really can't fly very easily.
Instead of him using an owl, I'm going to go. No, I'll just leave an owl. It's too complicated to change him right now.
And there's the monoculus. And then, let's see here. We need Mazoga. We need Balak. And need one of these guys here to have. All right, so you say Silva has a light on her, which is 2020?
Yes.
Radius of.
It's an arrow, so you can shoot it.
Yeah, but it's on the arrow right now.
Yeah, but it's on her. If she wants to cover it, she can cover it. If she doesn't want to be seen like that, and wants to use a torch as well.
It's up to you guys. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, I'm just telling her. I'm not.
It is currently on.
Or if someone else wants it, she just has a ranged weapon that won't. It's not like a bullet.
All right. So, that was far brighter than it was intended.
That's really bright.
All right. Oops. That's because I forgot to change the color intensity down to something more manageable. There we go. And then somebody has a torch, I'm assuming. I mean, I'm sure Mazoka will.
I've got dark vision, but I'm sure someone would. I would hope would have a torch.
I can do one, I think. Yeah.
All right.
Unless you want me to cast like light on your armor, in which case you would always have light, but
No, I'll
you
just
also
use a
shine
torch.
up like a target.
All
Just
right.
use a torch.
You're going to use a torch. except that I didn't actually give it a radius. Is it 2020 as well?
It is 2020. Oh, the torch. I think torches are better than that, actually.
Which is 2020.
Okay.
Oh, is it? Okay.
All right. Andal. All right. So you guys now have a torch and a regular light.
And you have Hootie in there, as long as the owl.
I do not have Zal in there. He's in there now. All right. So that
Yeah,
should be
supervision. He'll be on my shoulder for now.
All right, let me do the following real quick. I need to reset Auto War.
I'll come up with a better name.
There we go. All right. Okay, so you guys get in here, and you kind of come into this particular cavern, and you can see that the tunnel is still about 10 to 15 feet wide. It's not super narrow, but it's not very tall. It's only about 6-7 feet tall. And you're kind of picking up and crossing over various rocks and things. It's not easy going. But Mazoga goes in a little bit further along with Balak. And then what are you guys doing?
I'll follow a good ways back. I can't seem to select my person.
Should be able to. Prior.
Yep. Okay, I can get my owl. Maybe I'm just.
Yeah, you. There.
Okay, there we go.
All right.
So Hootie will be like right in here.
What are the rest of you guys doing? So as you're kind of coming in, you're already starting to see in the torchlight there are mushrooms in here of varying sizes. They're not exactly the right kind that you're looking for currently, but there are different sizes and colors. Nothing more than maybe the size of a grapefruit in size so far. Looking around, you don't notice anything super. You don't notice anything odd or anything like that.
Is this the first cavern or the second cavern? I'm going to ask you. Is this where you were attacked?
Mazoga says, actually, I should, let me do something real quick. I totally should have done this. Let me add a quick light to the scene because there should have been one.
Oh, from the.
Yeah, from the thing.
Column.
Yeah. Not necessarily the column, sorry. From the pool.
Okay. That would have been mean.
I need transfer.
I have an idea when you're ready.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Huh?
Yeah, it's fine.
Why does it not seem like it's... Should help. Should be dark in here. But yes, you can see kind of a soft glow coming from up above as you're kind of moving in. And you can see there's a ton of just a wide variety of, I mean, even just now you can look at it, you can see it, a wide variety of different colored mushrooms up there. Many of them of a similar size and shape, but some of other shapes and shapes, but there is a lot of them. And you can also see from this distance that it's not the pillar here that's glowing. It's the water itself that's glowing. But in the slight glow of the water, you can see sort of rivulets, sort of like think of it like if you saw the diffraction pattern on oil or something like that, or on a bubble coming down the sides of this massive the column that's in the center of the pool. So what are you guys doing?
So I am going to call Hootie back to myself and cast. Well, actually, if you guys can protect me, I can use Hootie to kind of scout around. So I'm gonna stay in the back here. Someone just keep an eye out on me.
I'll watch him.
And I will cast Detect Magic on the owl.
Okay.
And then I will see through his eyes. So I'm gonna fly around with him and Detect Magic.
Okay.
I mean, it'll be when we can all move in at the time, but I'm gonna stay back and do that. And it's a 10-minute spell.
If you take 10 minutes to cast this spell.
No, I'm actually using a slot.
Okay, I was gonna say.
No, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm using a slot, but the spell lasts 10 minutes.
Okay, because you only have about 10 minutes left on the oil.
Yeah.
You
No.
guys are getting kind of close to the
We're
end.
tight on it.
Yep. All right, so
And did it cast on him? I can't tell if it actually.
it's not going to stay on him
Okay, it won't stay on him.
because it's not attaching to him. You didn't.
That's what I wonder if I can.
Did
I
you-
guess you can't cast it on Detect on him.
Well, it's not set up as a targetable thing.
Okay. Well, you know where it's at. It's 30 feet, so.
Yeah, I know. I just keep. I'll move it with him when you move him.
Okay.
I'll move it.
That's my action.
All right. You let me know where he's going. What else are other people doing? I mean, is anybody doing anything?
Kat said she was following with the crowd. Who are going to be our scouts, other than the bird?
I mean,
Probably Andal,
Not
maybe
me.
like the orc.
yeah, Andal should probably hit up.
Well, Andal moves. Oops. Andal is going to move up a bit, but he's not going to go very far. I mean,
Yeah.
that's Morgoth, not Andal. He's more about scouting. Mazolga gets up to about here. Balak gets up to about here, and then she turns back to you and says, "It doesn't. The last time it did not attack until we started to harvest." And she's speaking kind of quiet, but not super quiet. So I don't know if this means it cannot. The cave is angry that we are taking things from it, or if it's something else.
It may just be in the water or around the water. So I will fly. Are we in initiative now? Or are we just
No, not yet. Not until
Okay,
something
so-
happens.
The owl will just fly in a little area. He's gonna fly like 15 feet off the ground.
Okay.
Is there enough room in there, the cabin, for that?
Sure-ish. It's
I mean,
about
I
really.
would rather not
It's
be.
not. It's only about 10 feet until it gets up into this area, and then it's more like a dome-like thing. It's about 30 feet up. So, like in this area here, it's like about 30 feet. But in
Okay.
this area, it's variable between 10 to 20 feet, depending on where you're at in the air. Like around here, it's a bit taller. But
Yeah, he's gonna try to stay near the roof, so he can't get like over 8 feet. So
Okay.
hopefully he won't be jumped, except for by the jumping spiders.
okay.
All right, so he's just gonna fly, and when he gets in here, he's gonna go up
All
to
right.
20 feet.
Stop for 1 sec.
Gotcha. And do you need to roll perception or anything?
Yeah, you can roll perception.
And I believe he has advantage. Oh, good. My rolls are continuing.
He doesn't notice. So looking around with Detect Magic, the whole place is lit up. Like
Yeah, I figured.
a variety of different schools. Like, and as you're
Which is
looking at it,
great.
the various magical, like the various mushrooms are clearly magical, but the color kind of somewhat associates with the magic. So you can see like some brilliantly red mushrooms that are clearly more. I mean, all of them have at least some kind of every school in them, but these seem to be much more strongly invocation or evocation magic. And then there are other ones that are, like a deep black almost that are necromantic. And then there's sort of these purple ones that seem to be enchantment and all these sorts of stuff as it goes around. However, it's in the middle of seeing that when something strikes out at it, hits it, and does 9 points of damage to it.
I think that kills it.
I think it
I don't
does too.
remember. Let's see what owls have.
1 hit point.
Armor
So,
class 11, 1 hit point. Yeah.
yeah.
Do I get to see where it came from though before he falls?
There's some kind of stone. Well, you're kind of enamored by all the magic, So this thing just give me a perception roll.
Okay.
Forget to.
No.
Yeah, you don't notice.
Oh wait,
it
that
just,
was the hour roll, but it doesn't matter. Two
Yeah.
help me.
no, it's the owl that
Okay, gotcha.
because you're looking through the owl itself. I mean, it could be your perception roll, but it's not going to add.
What
that
does he
much.
get? He doesn't get advantage then. 'Cause he does get advantage on perception rolls.
Sure, I'll give him advantage.
The way I'm rolling, it won't matter.
Yeah,
11.
it didn't matter.
Yeah, it's stealthy spider thing.
It just strikes out, and your connection is severed.
Okay.
And Pinchy or the owl Hootie is now out of the whole thing.
So it's in that area.
And now we'll
Whatever
do
it is.
initiative because something has happened.
Yeah, it knows us there. Okay.
I screwed something. I do not want to do that. I want to do this.
Oh, there it is. Oh,
Combat.
yep. Your dice hit my dice. What the hell?
I didn't roll any dice yet. Somebody else
There's
did.
Sealgair. It would be interesting if they actually did knock him off.
Don't forget to
To
untarget things when you're done.
the Alt key, right?
Yeah, if you alt click it'll untarget. I'm just reminding people of that. That's all.
Thank you. Yeah, I was trying to.
All right, so there's that.
Although,
Can you change the homunculus to whatever I'm at? Because he just goes right after I did.
Yeah. Combat 2. What is yours? What initiative value is yours?
Mine is 9, I believe. Yeah.
There you go. I just put him right after you. So, all right, everybody's on here. Let us begin. So, the bird goes, and at that point in time, Artemis snaps back to himself, Morgoth, and you see him visibly kind of snapping, like he kind of flinches because he was expecting, like when it happened, he's sort of expecting it to hurt, but it doesn't hurt. He's just sensing. It's just visual and audio senses through it, so it doesn't actually hurt. But
it hurt to me, man.
Yeah, he flinches. At the same time, Mazoga says, "Oh, look! See the stone! It strikes!" And as you guys all kind of look up towards the pool, you can see what looks like a portion of stone kind of retract back to the pillar. Morgoth, you're up.
Okay. That's I'll wait up here with these guys.
Okay, that's the end of your turn.
I guess I'll defensive action.
Okay, fair enough. Sealgair, you're up.
So let me see. I'm trying to move my screen here. Where'd you say the stone dude is moving?
Middle of the pool is where.
This thing right here.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, there's a pillar of rock that stretches from the pool up into the ceiling.
And is it lit by the magical light? Is it dim light or is it normal light?
The light is dim.
That's 90 feet. 90 feet.
Well, you may not be able to see it. You can see the pillar.
Yeah, you can see the pillar. You just don't. Whatever that thing is, it's. If there's a creature there, it's really well hidden. If it's the pillar itself, then maybe you should run away.
Maybe about that.
Yeah, I'll probably move up about. Oh, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me see. And all right, that's my movement.
Okay.
Um,
If you wish to shoot at it, you can. You don't have disadvantage because you did see the stone thing kind of lash out and then fold back in. So you
Yeah.
could try to shoot at that thing. You wouldn't have disadvantage, but it would have some cover, is basically.
And you do have a light arrow if you want to.
I have a what?
The arrow I cast light on.
Yeah, I would have to move the light, but wherever it lands. But yes, currently it's on you because it's currently on. But
An arrow of light.
there's
Okay.
a light spell cast on your arrow.
On arrow.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. Let's see.
Remember, like I
use the
said, the
bathroom.
pool itself is softly glowing, so
Target the rock. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
do whatever you want. I was just telling you, you saw the rock kind of
'Cause
fly out
my-
from there, so you could
Yeah.
shoot it if you wanted to. It's up to
If
you.
there's a softer
do,
part of
but
the rock, or
The alt key isn't working for me, so nothing's happening.
Because there's no target there.
Oh, okay. All right. Anyway, then I will shoot at the rock where I saw Mr. Monster.
Okay.
Let me see. I think I have. Let me see. What is it?
Just make an
Right
attack
of
roll.
spike.
Say that again.
Right of the spike. Right damage is piercing, and when you make an attack with this weapon, ignore shields when calculating the armor class.
Sure.
So I have to roll my hematocrit dice for that.
Yep.
And let's see, hematocrit die.
Ooh,
I
that's good for you.
lose 1 point. That's great for me.
Mhm.
And I now fire Il Shorty Bow.
You get a grand total of 18, which strikes the stone, but doesn't seem to hit any damage. Kind of just hits it and then falls into the water, but I will move a light to there. So there should now be a light, which you have created yourself. Oh, I accidentally did something I wasn't supposed to. That we will put right here. That is going to look more like this. That I will, oops, I did not mean to turn it off. Let me give it so that it is dim light of 40, bright light of 20, and intensity will drop down to there, and we'll get no animation, update light source. So you now can see that, and I will remove the light source from you, Sealgair, because you no longer have the light. Update. All right. Otherwise, you have the torch that Morgoth has. So you now have a bit more light there because that particular light source has fallen kind of into the water, but because it didn't stick into the rock. But it also didn't seem to cause any damage or anything like that to anything.
I hit a rock.
You hit a rock.
Woo-hoo!
Anything else you want to do? That was a move and an action. You got a bonus. Oh, the bonus was the right.
Yeah, I was going
Is
to
the
say
right.
my right is the bonus,
Yep.
isn't it?
All right. So let's see. How close are you guys? Do some measuring.
Features. Crimson right.
So Morgoth, Sealgair, you guys notice something kind of unfold itself from the stone, and you see something that looks a bit like something like this, but it's mostly all just stone. With the sort of streaked kind of coloring that you see on the actual what's the word I'm looking for, on the column itself. So this thing kind of unfolds itself out from there and then moves. It kind of climbs up and stays on top, goes up on top of the roof. So it climbs up a bit. It is now approximately 25 feet up. and then kind of moves across the roof to about here, where it then does stealth roll. It's okay. Nothing spectacular. All right. That is its turn. Zoga says, there, and doesn't do anything else. This turn, Balak moves forward. 1, 2, 4, 5, and then throws a spear at it. I better have or javelin, I'm sorry. By the way, your alt click should now work. Unfortunately, he misses.
Ooh.
Well, sorry.
No, no.
Artemis, you're up.
Well, do I have anything spectacular to do? Absolutely not. So
Mazoka does say, "Keep it busy. I will harvest." So I guess she would have probably moved a little bit closer, but not a lot. Sorry.
be careful.
So to be clear, all you have to do is harvest like about 3 dozen of these mushrooms and get the hell out. Just to be clear, you don't have to kill this creature. They don't care. They just want the mushrooms. Just so we're clear on.
I should have changed my plan on that. Yeah, large. Just for my personal opinion, my personal knowledge. If I were a large creature, what would that do as far as the cave? Would I still be?
As far as what?
As far as the cave itself, do I still have room to maneuver?
Yeah, this cave is not super small. Like I said, it averages anywhere between like about 8 feet to about 15 to 20 feet in this cave here. This here was about 10 feet tall at the most. Again, very
I wouldn't be trapped.
And then it's like 30 feet up in here.
Could I gather twice as many things because I have larger hands?
No, in fact, it would be the opposite because your hands. These things are not. Your hands are too big to really function to pick them up. If you were, I mean, hasted, that would be faster.
Yeah, I don't have that stuff.
I know.
All right, so I'm gonna click on it and I'm gonna firebolt it.
Okay. You see the fire fly out towards you. Throw it at it. It hits the creature and just seems to have no effect upon it.
Right. I will cast Shillelagh with my bonus action.
Okay. And note in this case, hit the creature means it does hit it. It just means you didn't
the armor.
You didn't make it past the armor. Is all. I'm not saying that it's immune to fire. That's not what I'm saying.
No, I got that part.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and move in a little bit more to.
Okay.
3, 4, 5. Is that a column?
Why is your hit points?
That I don't know.
Did you forget to do a long rest?
Yes, I did. I forgot I got hit. Okay. I will do a long rest here in a minute. Okay, I'm done.
Well, don't do a long rest.
Actually, no, I don't do a long rest. I'll just up them.
Yeah, just put them back to
boost them up to 30.
All right, Silva, you're up.
All right.
Actually, hold on. Before Silva goes, the creature suddenly the stone around Balak here. I also need to do Morgoth and Artemis. Please, all 3 of you need to give me a Artemis because you threw a fireball at it. All of you need to give me a dexterity saving throw.
I haven't done anything. You said me, correct?
I said Balak, Morgoth, and Artemis.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep. All good. Morgoth, you did not make it. Artemis, you did. And neither did Balak. So Artemis, you take 7 points.
Not Shelgar? I'm not in that?
No. Artemis, you're going to take 7 points of damage. Morgoth, you're going to take 15 points, as is Balak. And Morgoth and Balak, you guys are both. Those two are both knocked on the ground. You're knocked prone. All right. So prone for this guy. You, Morgoth, also prone. As these pillars of stone erupt from the ground beneath you. Artemis, you're able to kind of jump out of the way, but still take a little bit of bludgeoning damage from it, versus the other two who get knocked over. Now it is your turn, Silva. It's 2 of its legendary actions used.
Ooh, legendary actions. So it seemed to come out of the floor, not out of the wall.
Yes, it seemed to come out of the floor in this case.
Okay.
Silva, you might be muted. Your turn.
Okay. Then let's have some fun with it. First. Yeah. I think I got the answer. Target this. Oh, these people. Oh, those are our guys, right?
Yeah, those are your guys.
Okay, they just came up. They had a red box around them.
Yeah, I'm gonna change them to being neutral instead of hostile. They're not really friendly,
right.
but
I will shoot it with the gun.
You hit it and do damage. Is your gun considered magical with your infusion?
I believe so. Let me check. I'm not 100% sure.
Because this creature does have resistance against non-magical weapons.
Yeah, let me check. Yeah, this magic weapon.
Okay, that's all good.
All right.
Oh,
yeah.
Hold on.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't think it was magical, so it did. I gotta reduce the damage more. Although I'm trying to figure out when it lost other damage. Oh, when you did your shillelagh, it thought it was targeted, John.
Oh,
and so
right,
it automatically did damage on it.
I didn't unclick it.
Yeah, you're fine.
Right.
It's just I was trying to figure out how it had already taken damage, and I was like, oh, look, right there, it took damage because you did shillelagh. Actually, you should be careful there too because it did it to you as well. So
no, I knocked myself down. I got hit by the rock.
I know, no, but my point is that
oh, gotcha.
It took damage. Yeah, okay, you're good. When you did the shillelagh, it also took 6 points of hit points away from you, which is kind of weird. But
Really?
it's all good. It's all good. Okay, you shot it with a massive shot that rings out. You hit the creature, and like stone kind of just blasts off of it, as well as you can see sort of a strange kind of grayish ichor from this distance kind of leak out of it. Silva. So it is now your homunculus' turn. I mean,
Yep.
Yes.
And I'm gonna. Oops. Scoot him up right here.
Okay.
That's it.
And then Andal goes. Andal will try to hide first. Skills. Stealth. Normal. Ooh, that's not a very good stealth roll. Oh well. And then he kind of pops out and shoots at it. But yeah, not a great thing here. Oh, wow. Double the damage. Double the fun. However, it is resistant because his is not magical. Is resistant. So Andal then continues to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there, so that he's hidden. Tries to hide behind there, but he can't hide again because it's a bonus action. Now it is round 2. Morgoth, you are currently prone. It'll take half your move to get up.
Ow. I shall get up.
I'll remove your prone then. So you still have
And
15 feet of movement if you want.
I'm going to. It's in the air, right?
It's up on the ceiling.
Yeah.
It's like 25 feet up. That's where I get the plus 25 feet up.
I'm gonna use my sword bow then.
Okay.
I'm gonna miss.
Fortunately, that's... Also, don't forget to... I'll click it. So it'll
Oh,
apply damage.
yeah.
You missed anyway, but it's fine.
Right.
Anything else?
Gonna move away from that spot and move here.
Okay. All right. Sealgair, you're up.
Okie dokie. I too shall try to pew pew on the Spader.
Okay.
Where's my mouse? Field of view. Let's go Alt and target.
Cool.
Yay! I did it. I did it. Aren't you proud of me?
I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, we're excited.
Yeah, I can tell. All right, so there's the bow.
Fortunately, it just misses.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let me see. I could potentially move. Let me see. Where's IB? 1. 1. 2. And this here, is that any kind of cover?
no, it's just some stone stuff on the ground.
Okay. Let's see. What's it look like now? I don't think so. I think I'll just. I like it right there.
Okay. All right, the creature gets to go, which should wrap it. Oh right. Okay. It skitters. It's got hit with a thing. 2. It skitters around back there. Probably you're not sure if you can fully see it. And it actually it tries to Jeez, it is having problems. You guys still can sort of see it behind the thing back there. Mazogai is up. She rushes forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fortunately, where she needs to get to. Okay, so given where we're at, guys, you guys got to get to. You know, she can do a double move. You got to get to some of these purple mushrooms. These are the indigos that she wants. That wants. So she does that. Gets to here, realizes there's some over there, and goes 1, 2.
So that
3.
on my screen says Morgoth.
Isn't that me?
That is Morgoth. You're the wrong person. Where were you, Morgoth?
Just like
Hold on. I can just hold on. I can just undo it. There we go. I picked the wrong one. That's all. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 1, 2. So she gets into these things and she starts to do it. As a full around action, you can do 6 of them. That's what I would say. 1 per second.
And how many do we know how many we need? Just as many?
3 dozen. 36.
Yeah.
Balak gets up. He then goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, 3. And then he throws another javelin at it. because you can just see it, I think. Ooh, he hits. And he only does... His javelin strikes it. You can see some more rock kind of fall off, and a little more ichor comes out. All right. Artemis, your turn.
Yeah, I'm so excited about this one too. All right, so 1, 2 diagonal, 3. Target Morgoth. Cure wounds on Morgoth.
Okay.
First level.
All right.
8 points.
Ooh, you just cured Morgoth, yourself, and the creature. So it's
How?
okay. You have all 3 of them
Oh,
targeted.
because I can't. Okay,
You have to alt click
that's
to
hard.
remove
Yeah,
the
that's
target.
hard to get used to.
Yeah, it's sticky targeting.
You said
purpose.
that. I just didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't comprehend what you were saying. So that's 2.
No, I've already undone it on YouTube, so it's just
Yeah, no.
Yeah. You added 8 back to him.
Yeah, let's not do that. So directly beside me, can I walk through that, or is that rough terrain or anything?
No, it's not. It's just some stone and stuff on the ground. It's some rocks. On the
3,
ground.
4, 5, and I believe that's a column. Looks like
Yeah,
you
that
hide
is a
behind-
column. Mm-hmm.
Hide behind that column.
Yep, you can do that.
And that was an action. Do I have anything fun to do with a bonus action?
Well, you did a
Probably
cure
not.
light wounds.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I just didn't know
okay.
if there's anything at all. Hide! Oh, yeah, I'm not a thief.
You're
I'm
not
done.
a thief. All right, Silva, you're up.
Okie dokie. Well, I guess I'll step further in if we're all advancing. Yeah, 30. I'm just gonna walk like an overconfident person. Straight ahead. No cover. And shoot it again.
Okay. Try to
Oh, I
Target
nailed
it.
that one. I did. I didn't untarget.
Nice shot.
Fine, right?
All right, that's a massive shot. Another massive sound rings out, and Balak and Mazoga kind of look at you each time you make this shot. They're very confused by whatever this thing is, you seem to hit exactly where one of the javelins from Balak hit, and it strikes into there, and pretty much just ichor comes out. No stone or anything like that. As you get a pretty good hit on it. That was move.
Bonus action is to. Well, he's not going to be in range, is he?
For what?
And I'm not going to use my bonus action. I don't really have anything to do.
Okay. The homunculus.
Yep. Trying to get him to come up like an anticipate. Oh, he's already been healed. Never mind.
Yeah, Morgoth got a little bit of healing.
Just move him. 5. 30.
Okay. I mean, you could try to if you had the homunculus try to get some of these mushrooms, he could get like 2 in a round in his for his action, and then fly them back if you wanted to. That is possible.
So he can only hold some. He can get enough. He does his on his turn. He gets a rounds. A round is like filling up all he can get.
Which would be 2.
Okay. Is these one of the ones that we're trying to get?
No, you got to get to the purple ones.
Purple ones.
Yep. So,
all right.
So
I'll double move
here,
then.
yeah, you can do that. So here, or here, or here, or some way in the back.
I'll double move. 30.
Okay.
He just makes it to the purple one. Okay. Yeah. I'll
right.
try and grab some next turn. Is that gonna get him? Because if it gets him into a spot where it's gonna threaten him, I won't put him there.
No, it's just a little too far to range. Damn. Yeah, he's 15 feet, unfortunately. That doesn't seem to be able to get him.
All right. Well, that's his turn then.
All right. Andal tries to stealth again. Can he roll better?
Come on, Andal.
There we go. All right, so
Yes.
that's a better roll. And then he moves out. Can see it, which is good. And is gonna. Oh, how far away is it? He might have to move a little closer. Got it. 75 feet is a. Go have for range. Else come on. Oh no, that's within short range. All right, fair enough. Good to know. All right, so he shoots with his short bow again. Oh, it says it ran out of ammunition, but he's been picking up his stuff, so he's got it. I just have to. Course. One second. Right. Go. Now it'll be able to fire. And unfortunately, he misses, which really sucks. But he moves a little further. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He was here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unfortunately, he can't quite get. Top of the round, Morgoth.
Okay. So we still know where it is, right?
You know it's behind the column.
Okay. And we're trying to get to
And some people have been able to see it just because it didn't hide very well.
1, 2, here. Can I see it from here?
I believe so, probably. Yeah, you can see it.
All right, I'm gonna attempt again. I forgot to select it again.
Oh well, 19 does hit. What are you hitting it with? A short bow?
Yeah.
Right, so it only again, it doesn't seem to do very much because it's immune to your non-magical weapon, or not immune, but resistant, has resistance to it. So you see some rock kind of shoot off, and a little bit of ichor goes with it, but not very much as it hits it. Anything else?
I am going to second wind.
Okay. Get some hit points back.
Then I'm done.
Right. All right, Sealgair, your turn.
All right. So the pew pew didn't go so good last time.
Oh, actually, before your turn, Sealgair, I'm sorry.
All right.
So sorry.
We are too.
All right, so 3 more of those stone pillars kind of burst out. Morgoth and the 2 orcs need to give me a dexterity saving throw. Let's do the creature's thing. Sorry, real quick. This. Ah, dang it! I keep on forgetting to target you guys. Actually, I targeted it. All right, Morgoth. Unfortunately, you're going to take 13 points and be prone again.
Is that the advantage one, or is that just not being prone?
That's just
It's not the stun. Okay.
Yeah, this is not doing petrification yet. Mazoga also takes 13 points of damage. And goes prone. Quick. Mouth is prone. And finally, and he actually, yeah, he's also taking 13 points of damage. Balak looks pretty hurt.
Ooh.
All right, Sealgair, now you're up.
All right. I'll move up a wee bit. Let's see.
A wee bit.
A wee bit. Where am I? Okay. 1, 2, Let's see, what's my view looking like here? Get off of that. 3, 4, 5. All right, and I will try to pew pew him this time.
Okay.
Did that take? Alt.
Yeah.
Okay, there. All right,
Sure,
that
purple.
time it did.
Make
And
sure to
here
unselect
comes.
yourself.
Huh?
I can't see. Unselect yourself. I can't see if you are or you aren't. But
No, she's not selected.
okay, sorry. It's all hidden on my view. Ugh.
2 misses, unfortunately.
Huh.
You just go. Your arrow goes wide as you kind of come up to shoot at it.
I'm not aiming to hit. I'm aiming to distract.
Good
That's fair.
plan.
She said keep him busy.
Anything else?
So I got one more. I'll take a small step backwards.
Okay.
Let me see. Boop. And that's it.
All right. The creature goes.
The spider goes rawr.
Two.
Um.
6.
Okay.
And it drops to the ground. And that is its turn. Can't attack. Because that's double move. Mazoga gets up, harvests 6 as her action, and throws them into her thing. But before Balak can do anything, creature attacks with a leg attack. Or no, with a bite attack, I'm sorry. As a legendary action. And I don't know who I had. Okay, I didn't have any targets. 12 actually misses him, though. Gotta remember to hit the targets, too. So the target. Oh, wait, it has advantage on the guy because it's that's what I'm looking for. He's prone. So let me just roll the bite again, which does hit. Hits the orc, which means that he goes down, and he also needs to do. Oh, he succeeds his Constitution saving throw, though, based on what this says. So he doesn't start to turn to stone, at least. It's always a good thing. But he is currently
He's
now
just gonna
unconscious.
bleed out. He
He's
won't
just
be
going to bleed
stunned.
out. So he is unable to do his turn because he is now currently bleeding out. However, he's also a monster, which means I can't do a death saving throw, but I will do one anyway, which he makes. So he successfully makes 1. And it is now your turn, Artemis.
All right. 1 diagonal. 2 diagonal. Oh, wow. There he is. Uh-huh. Three. I'm going to throw my bottled alchemist fire at him.
Okay.
You have one of those.
Okay.
So I guess that's just a dex plus
your
proficiency.
Yes.
I'm assuming you have proficiency with thrown object. I don't know.
I
have Barbarian, so I would have it
depends.
anyway.
So you
with
do.
that.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's see if I can do that from here.
I thought you were going to get the 13.
Of course I will.
All right. So you miss. However, there is.
Mushroom.
No, well, I need to roll a d8 and see where it goes. Because you miss, but it still hits and still does something. So 1 is up, 2, 3. So we're gonna say it lands here, right here, which means
Okay.
that it's got a 5-foot radius. Is that right?
I just threw it. I don't know. I don't have it on my sheet anymore. Hang on, I'll find it. I think it's only a 5-foot one target thing.
Yeah.
It's
So-
not as cool as.
All right. So
much
fire
more.
starts to burn here. And it will. What's the?
It's 1d4.
Yeah. I mean,
But
the
it can't be
sticky
put out.
has up to 20 feet, shattering, and on impact, make a range attack. On a hit, the target takes 2d4, which it didn't do. A creature can end this damage. Okay, so what? I guess it's just 5 feet, so it just that spot right there is
Yeah.
on fire. Not the
I just
whole
wanted to
thing.
keep it burning and maybe drive it off, but
Yeah, no, I know what you were after. I'm just saying that this should be.
Yeah.
Should just be this. Right there. That square is now burning. Currently. All right. Anything else?
yeah, let me keep moving here. So that's 2, 3. Can't tell. The purple ones are what I need to get to.
Yep.
I will stay 4 diagonal, 5 and 6. I'm
Okay.
done.
Silver, you're up.
All right. Well, where's the dying orc?
Right here. Oops. Right here.
Well, that's
He did make his first saving throw. Death save.
a dangerous spot.
It's in a very dangerous spot. It's right next to the creature.
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
didn't.
Cure wounds is
I'm gonna have to do
Touch.
something more.
touch, right?
It is touch, yes.
Okay. Well, 2. I'm gonna take another shot at it.
Okay. And having a pretty good luck on hitting it. Oh,
And there it
until
is.
then,
James.
there's the
That
misfire.
and
Why
So
don't
you
he
need
said
to
all his
spend-
free throws tonight.
You need to spend a bonus action or a move action clearing the weapon so you can use it again.
I'll just take back my move action. I can shoot from back there anyways. Okay, well. One while it lasts. That's it for Silva.
Okay,
But
homunculus.
tell the homunculus to grab up some.
All right, so they're able to get
Brooms.
2.
And
And then what?
one and go. I take him down this way.
As of right now, you guys have 8 of them.
Does the creature look hurt at all? I mean, is it?
Oh yeah, no, you've been damaging it, but it's not looking terribly damaged.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay.
And that's its turn.
Okay. Andal. I need to. Templars thing. Move to here. We'll then do a stealth check. 17. All right. And then he will pop out and fire at it with. Oh my god, why do I keep forgetting? Doesn't matter, he misses anyway. Jesus. That's a miss. And then he's going to move back behind it because that was not very good. At this point in time, everybody give me an insight check. Okay, so Artemis, Morgoth, and Andal. Andal's not around, but you guys realize that that the creature is pretty much doing those stone attacks quite frequently, and they're definitely doing quite a bit of damage to you guys. And you don't seem to have slowed it down too much so far. So maybe this is a little more. Maybe there's something. Maybe you should try a different plan of attack. Morgoth, you are up.
Okay.
I mean, you're damaging it, but it seems to be damaging you guys more.
Yeah, we're taking a lot more than it is.
Yes.
Where's some mushrooms that I can get?
Maybe a tactical withdrawal and then a regroup.
Here, and here.
Well, we probably should just get as many as we can and leave.
They want somewhere around 20, didn't they say?
Yeah.
30.
Well, we could try to draw the spider away and have it chase us while they're collecting mushrooms.
I doubt that it would stray too far from the pool.
I'm gonna move here.
That's
Okay.
a
Double move.
All right.
here.
Well, if they're going to the right, we can pull them to the left.
Shelgar, you're up.
I'm fine with that. Just
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna want to move because that's a little too close to little bugs. So 1, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and I will
Shoot at it.
Yeah.
Click on it again. You never unclicked it the last time. You don't have to untarget it if you see
Oh,
the
okay.
arrows. If you see the
Yeah.
arrows on it, it's already targeted. So
Alrighty, and we shall go. Let's see. Please, please, please hit this time. That's
18 hits.
and then my hematocrit damage.
All right. Is your damage considered magical?
Yeah.
Okay.
My bow is blessed with the right, which ignores armor for
Right,
AC.
but is it considered magical?
Well, the hematocrit definitely is.
Right, but I don't know if is your bow magical or is your stuff imbuing it with magic? Like I know that's the case for the Artificer, but
Yeah, it's imbuing it with magic.
that doesn't make it magical damage.
It's a
That's
regular bow, yeah.
Okay, so it's not magical damage.
But the hematocrit damage is, right?
I don't know. It's bonus. That's that thing.
Damage is magical and increases as you gain levels, yes.
Okay, there you go.
And this is a hematocrit. That's 2 hematocrit.
Okay. Okay,
And
so
I'm
that's okay. So let me do another 2 points from that. So that did work, and it is now it's the creature's turn. It does eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And attacks Morgoth. The multi-attack. Well, let's see here. The multi-attack. One with its bite. That misses Morgoth. One with a leg attack. Also misses. All right, Morgoth, you lucked out. Either one of those attacks hit. Mazoga gets 6 more of the mushrooms. She's got 12 now. This guy needs to do a death saving throw. She fails, so he's at 1 and 1. It is now right before your turn, Artemis. The creature does another bite attack as a legendary action on Morgoth. Morgoth, that again misses.
Yay, armor class.
Yeah, it needs to keep. It needs to really instead do all those stone things because that hits Morgoth a lot easier. Artemis, you're up.
All right, so now that I'm here, let me do this one.
You can do 6 of them as an action.
I know, but I got to heal our friend. So 1, 2 diagonal, 3 diagonal, 4. Unclick myself. Well, that targeted myself. Okay, so
You've probably also got the monster targeted.
no. Well, I got Morgoth. How did I get Morgoth? Okay. Oh, I guess it was last time.
Yeah.
So let's do this again. Healing.
Okay. All right. He's
And
now got some
then-
health, and he's no longer unconscious. Oh crap! I did something stupid. I didn't want to do that.
It's over there. Run. 5, 6. Speaking of running.
Okay. Guess what he had, 'cause he was half. All right, you're all set.
I am done.
All right, Silva, you're up.
Okay, okay. He's no longer unconscious.
He is no longer unconscious. He's still prone,
All right.
but he's no longer unconscious.
No, I don't care about that. He can get up himself. Fine. And then, yeah, I'm not doing no purple missions. I'll take a shot at it.
Okay. You hit.
That's not bad.
Another firing range goes off. Oh crap! But I have to. It still seems to think you're not magical. I have to, which means I have to go check something because it may very well have not done the full damage on your crit. Let me go check real quick.
Yeah, that'd probably make a difference. Let's hope it didn't.
Shelter. What color are you, Silva?
I am blue, like the light
Yeah,
blue though.
it did not do the full damage.
Ah,
Alright, so let me add another 9 to it. Well, that makes it a bit more miffed. Alright. Anything else on your turn?
no, I've used my move, my action. My bonus is to tell the homunculus what to do.
Okay, so the homunculus doesn't get a chance to go before another bite comes in off of onto Morgoth. This one actually hits Morgoth, I believe. Why didn't it do anything?
Uh,
Oh, there it goes. It just was thinking.
Oh,
Alright.
crap. That's blood
Morgoth.
damage. Oh, that was it. Sorry.
No. You take 15 points of damage, which you already did. Roll your saving throw one more time because it didn't do advantage on it, which you got some of the oil, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So roll a Constitution saving throw one more time. Which you make it. All right. So you are not starting to petrify. However, you have taken quite a bit of damage.
I do have a big owie.
Yes. Now it's the homunculus's turn.
I can't find it.
He is over here. Behind the stone there.
I can't click on him. He doesn't show up on my screen.
He's right here.
Try to do like a
And let me refresh.
group grab.
No,
type
you can just
thing.
do a group grab and you probably get him.
It won't even get him in that. I've tried. I have to let me refresh real quick.
That's weird.
He's completely gone. He just doesn't exist for me anymore. What?
Right here.
Yeah. And I'm doing a group grab and everything. I can't get him.
Are you
I don't
sure?
see it.
Are you sure you're set to select characters tokens,
Yeah. That's the one on top, right? Token controls?
and then the
And the
not
the
the
select token.
yep.
Yep.
I don't know what to tell
Like
you.
I can't see him on the board at all. I just want him to move over to
You
this
probably hold on. Don't select anything.
Okay.
You probably can't select him because you can't see him.
Yeah.
And the gotcha here is that I don't know if you can actually tell him to do something
I can't see him.
if you can't see him.
Let me see.
Not that this should be dealing with that at all, but you can't actually see him, so that's
Hold
why.
on.
Where do you want him to go?
I just want him to go over to this guy and give him the mushrooms.
Well, he doesn't have a basket. Artemis and 1, 2. So can you see him now?
Yes.
And can you select him?
Yeah.
It's because you can't see him.
I'm reading through to see if it says anything.
No,
on
it
here.
was just maybe a perquisity of Foundry. That's all I'm saying. Is that
Oh.
like
Okay.
you should be an owner of him, but that doesn't mean
Yeah.
that it's smart enough to figure out like.
That makes sense.
Anyway, so he's already moved 2 to get to there.
Okay.
Actually 3 to get to there.
So 4, 6. I guess we're just gonna move.
You could give him to Artemis. Artemis has a basket.
Yeah, but if I double move, I won't be able to give him. I'll just move him there.
Okay.
It'll give him.
Well, I mean, interact with an action is a free action.
Yeah,
right?
he'll
So
give
if
him.
it's just an interaction, then
He's just gonna drop him into the
Yeah, you
basket.
can drop him. That's fine.
Yeah, he'll just drop him into the basket.
All right.
And well, he's still got some move, but that was only 1. I want him to.
At this point in time, you guys have 14.
that's not enough.
5, 6.
Okay.
Trying to get around to you, Morgoth.
Andal will quickly do a stealth check. You could just hit.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good stealth roll. And then he will move out and fire at said creature.
Does he get advantage if he's stealth?
No.
Do you do that?
Actually, he doesn't even need to be stealth anymore because of the.
Well, I just meant for the attack roll. I didn't know if
I
that
don't
was...
think he does.
Sometimes, I mean, it depends on the GM, I think. I'll look it up.
Actually, I think you do because if the creature doesn't know you there, you get advantage.
Yeah, maybe you could hit with that.
But I gotta make sure. Back from hidden side. Oh my god, I really hate this. Oh my god. Where the heck are actions? Okay, he has advantage. It does say. All right, so means that we will alt fire the bow, which will give him
Nice, a crit.
a crit. Once it eventually figures that out, things are slowed down. So server side, which gives him
Had me selected.
13. Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Oh, you have 5 hit points. I don't remember you having. Well, actually, I put the 5 back. It's fine. So yeah, that hits him, and it does critical hit. But he also gets sneak attack damage, which is also at critical. So features sneak attack once. So that's interesting. Oh, it's untyped, which means it's not halved. That's true. Sneak attack damage is untyped. You can deal an extra 1d6 damage. Attack must use finesse or a ranged weapon. You don't need advantage. Yeah.
Shoots him in the eye. I don't know. That's a crit.
Yeah. So the creatures, you hear the first time you've heard anything out of it, and a bunch of ichor comes out of the back end as it just seems to strike some weakness in the stone armor of the creature. Wow, that was nasty. I feel like it shouldn't. No, I'm not
Yeah, I
gonna worry
would
about
think
it.
that wouldn't actually.
I don't
but
think it would either. So that would mean it's 3 and 6. So I need to add back 4 and 6, so 10 points. It's fine. It still hurt. That still was not a good. It's still not very nice on it. I think it's not. It should still be the same type as the weapon. Morgoth, you're up. Round 5.
Okay. We're gonna do the smart thing here.
And disengage.
Yeah.
Now, disengage means that if they do the attack of opportunity, they have disadvantage, right?
No, it means you cannot do an attack of opportunity. No one can do an attack of opportunity on them throughout the move. Because it's good power. Probably a little overpowered, to be honest.
No, it depends on what's going on. Like, get a new version of a new PHB. The other one was falling apart. Oh my god, this thing is so irritating.
Yeah, that's where D&D Beyond is really good.
Cole, might I make a suggestion? You could action surge before you disengage.
Disengage.
Or do you have to do that after you've done your action?
If you disengage, take a disengage
Surge is
action.
the
your
bonus
movement-
action, so you can do it at any time.
Yeah.
Your movement doesn't produce opportunity attacks the rest of the turn.
All right. Hold on. I'm trying to help you out here with a little bit with your fighter here. I believe, like, you still have your action surge.
I do.
But I don't know if you have to do it. It doesn't cost anything. You can just do it.
Yeah, it's not but it just gives you an extra action, nothing
Correct.
else.
It gives you an extra action. So you could attack and then use your action surge to do a disengage.
Okay, I'll do that.
Because it gives you an action. And it doesn't specify what the action is. It just says you get an action. So you can
And
attack.
a possible bonus.
Try and get to a place where the homunculus can get at you in the next turn. I can cast touch spell.
Yeah, I'll attack.
All right. So if you come back, that's where you're at. 14 hits. And it's a magical sword. Your sword is magical, so it should do the extra 6 points.
Yeah, okay.
And doesn't it have one other? Oh yeah, you did the extra damage. So, what type of pellet was in it though?
I am going. I don't exactly remember which ones I have, but if I have one of the cold ones.
Okay, that's fine. All right. So now you can action surge and do the disengage action, and you can
Yeah,
move
then
away.
I already did the action surge, so that's a disengage.
And move wherever you want to be.
Where even is the homunculus?
Right here.
Oh, that teeny little thing?
Yep. And tell it to do. Okay, you done?
Yeah.
All right, Sealgair.
Oh, okie dokie. I will continue to try to pew pew. I know it's not much, but every little bit helps.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I don't
Unfortunately, you
hit it.
miss.
Unless I don't hit it.
Yeah. Anything else you want to do?
No, I'm good for now.
Okay. The creature skitters up the wall. So it's going to go up about 15 feet. So that's 15 feet of movement. And then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Can't move it. Thing. It disappears along the top of the ceiling down another cavern. Mazoga gets another 6. Oops. The creature says 20 mushrooms. Because I still had him.
Wait.
Because I still had him selected. Balak gets up. And then he goes 1, 2, 3. He can't see it because he can't see that far, so he just gets he does a defensive action. He does a ready action, so if he sees the spider again, he's going to throw another javelin at it. Artemis, you're up.
Okay. Sealgair, remember you have that globe I gave you. Just a reminder, which you may have forgotten already. I will go back and how do I get over there? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Select for an action.
Okay.
I can't see the.
So, as just a normal action, you get 3 because you have to do a full round to get all 6, but you still get 3.
Okay, so I get 3.
Yep. So you guys now are at 23.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna go ahead and move away just a little bit. I'll stay there.
That's fine. All right. Silva.
Okay. Where's the spider?
It ran down another hall.
Let me see. Can I do?
Like it ran down this hall this way.
Okay.
Along the ceiling. To be very fair.
Right here. And then I'm gonna ready an action for when I move the homunculus to where it can touch Morgoth. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. The homunculus goes, but before it goes, Balak has to make a dexterity saving throw because he's the only one within 60 feet. So let me do a quick saving throw for him as a stone piece comes out. Fortunately, he fails it again. Should do the thing. This thing. And he actually...
He down again?
No, I think he makes the saving throw. I think the saving throw is 11. I gotta make sure of that. Can't remember. Not telling me when just looking at it. Yeah, so he makes a saving throw. That's good. But he still takes 5 points of damage, which he's got more than 5 points, so he's good. He's still up, but and he doesn't fall over. He's able to get out of the way.
Does he have a second wind?
He's a barbarian. He could have raged. I forgot to rage him. That's my bad.
The second one? Cold. Have you used your second one?
Yeah, Cole did.
Oh, okay.
Did right away. It is now Homunculus' turn.
So he's just gonna skid over here, and I'll cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Bam. So he gets 9 points.
All right. Oh, if you had him.
Oh, I forgot about the spider. I couldn't see him anymore.
No, the spider's fine. Because
it automatically because I can't see him.
Yep, because you can't see him.
I just forgot to select.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's all good. I gave him 9 points. All right. Andal looks but can't see the Krun technically he can see the creature, but it's technically off screen. But he can see it. So he's gonna stealth here. He can't actually see it, so I'm gonna give him an attack at it. He can stealth with a bonus action. Good one. And then pop out and fire at the creature because he can see it. Who knew? With his short bow.
Ugh.
But unfortunately, he does not hit. It kind of hits the surface, and that's it. Next round, Morgoth, you're up.
Okay.
The creature is technically off screen by 5 more feet. He's not actually right there, but
I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is this close enough to get some shrooms?
Sure. You're only gonna get 3 though.
That's fine.
Guys are now at 26 shrooms.
I'll just give whatever I get to Artemis.
All right. Sealgair.
Oh, collecting mushrooms is not a bad idea, so I'll get up.
Sealgair, remember you have a globe. Did I tell you that?
I got a what?
A globe of magic missile.
Okay. So I'll pick shrooms with the fellas.
That particular spot is now pretty much exhausted because you guys have gotten like about 20 or so mushrooms from there. You're gonna have to move to a different one.
Oh, okay. Well, where's the next spot?
There's one up here. Oops, one up here, and one over here.
Okay.
We know if any of the other mushrooms are any useful?
I make no claims of anything. You have no idea. Although you do know that the dark brown ones that you can't really see easily here because of all the colors are the ones that you did to make the oil. So
can I do like a nature check or something?
Oh, maybe
at
on
these
your turn.
other. Well, I know on my turn, but like
maybe, yeah, you can do some stuff. Sealgair, are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. The creature goes off screen, like it does double move away. I'm gonna pull us out of combat here because it seems like the creature has run off, has fled. You guys spend the next end combat for now. You guys, what are you guys doing? It seems like the creature's run away, but that doesn't mean it can't come back at any point. If you wish to do your nature's check, you can.
Yeah, I'd like to pick some other ones.
It's going to take you about a minute to finish getting the indigo ones or the purple ones, but you can try to get some other ones. But again, the creature is not dead; it just seems to have run off. Silva, you do a cure wounds on Morgoth. All right. You guys spend another minute, and at this point in time, you're able to get 40 of the 40 purple mushrooms. Anything else? Anybody else doing anything? Silva, with your nature check of 12, I mean, it stands to reason if like Artemis, you noticed that like everything had magic. Everything had some sort of magic with it, so it stands to reason that probably you could do something with these other ones. You would just have to figure it out.
Why not, since we have a little bit of time, just get an assortment? Why not, since we have the time, just get an assortment of all the other colors too, and see what we can do with those? Might be prudent. They might be useful.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna take anything I can. Anything
Yeah.
So, how much time do you guys want to spend? I'm asking.
How much time is left do we estimate on our anti-stone?
About 10 minutes.
How about we just spend 9 minutes and then book it out of here?
I'd say like 5 minutes and get out of
So
here.
you guys are going to spend 5 minutes. I would say in that amount of time, you're able to get maybe half a dozen of multiple colors. There's at least, 8 to 12 colors in here of different styles. Like, it's varying hues. Like, I only have so much color that I can put in, but like varying hues there's easily, a good multiple types of colors, and there's other types of mushrooms too with different colors. So I would say over the course of 5 minutes, you could probably get half a dozen of maybe each of 10 different types.
Okay.
And I'll just randomly come up with it for next time.
Yeah, that's fine.
6 mushrooms of 10 different types. So are you going to focus, I guess the question I would ask is, are you going to focus on the amanitas, or are you going to try to get a variety of different ones?
I'm gonna get a variety.
There's like 4 different types of mushrooms in here.
Yeah,
all of them have probably maybe a dozen different colors.
Yeah, I say
like
we
to
just
get
go
it.
crazy. Just
Yeah,
get
I
a
get
real
different
assortment.
ones.
Okay, so I'm going to say you can get 10 different types, and I'll just randomly do a random.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will come up with a table, which is the 4 plus the 12 colors, and then I'll just randomly roll on it. And I'll say that that's what you got. Unless you specifically want to go for a particular one.
No, I mean, I would like to get more of. Actually, if everyone else get different ones, I'm gonna get the ones that we're looking for. I'm gonna get as many of those as we can.
We already got a lot of those.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
you
know,
already
but-
have 30. You got 40 of
But that's for them.
Yeah. All right. So
We
you're
could
going to
use
get. Okay.
some.
So,
I'll get some of those too. I'm not gonna just leave them.
all right. Who is all going to do this? Who's all going to be picking? Like,
I'm gonna be
Balak
picking.
and
I'm picking.
Zoga are getting specifically the ones they're after.
I'm gonna be
Artemis,
getting-
Silva, you guys are picking.
I'm
And the
picking,
homunculus.
and if he tells us which ones to pick, I can help him pick the other
All right.
ones too.
So,
Somebody needs to watch for the spider though. A couple people.
Sealgair,
Well, isn't that orc dude watching for him?
Silva,
He's picking.
get 6 mushrooms of 10 different types each.
And the homunculus is gonna be picking too.
Homunculus gets 3 mushrooms or 2 mushrooms of 10 different types, because you're having to do stuff with it. Artemis gets 10 mushrooms of the purple.
Yep.
Do you look for anything else, or just randomly after that?
I'll just randomly after that.
Plus another 6 mushrooms.
Actually, no, I will cast detect magic on myself, and I'll pick the ones that have those magic,
Well, they all have magic.
but glow the most.
They all glow. They're all glowing equally, basically. The ones closer to the pool glow more than the ones further away, but that's about it.
Okay, ones with restoration magic.
What does restoration magic even mean? There isn't really that sort of thing. You talking
I mean,
either
is it- but is it a
conjuration or
school?
abjuration? Yeah, restoration is not a school,
Okay.
but
Sorry.
abjuration and conjuration are.
Abjuration. I can't remember which one's healing. I'm going for the ones that heal.
Conjuration is
Can't remember.
healing.
Conjuration. Yeah.
Okay. Plus 6 mushrooms of
And let me cast that on myself.
4 types that do conjuration, which is fine. All right.
Is there anything else magical?
Morgoth,
there?
are you doing this or not?
I can do it, yeah.
I'm asking. Andal
Remember,
helps.
somebody needs to watch for the spider. So
Andal is
preferably
watching
with
for the
high
spiders.
percentage.
So,
okay, that's good.
so
You got
Andal
three
and
suspects.
Balak are watching for the spiders. So Morgoth, you guys. Okay, so here is what you guys all do over the next 5 minutes. Sealgair, Silva, Morgoth get 6 mushrooms of 10 different types each. The homunculus gets 2 of 10 different types. Artemis gets 10 of the ones you guys were after to initially begin with, and then 6 mushrooms of 4 types that are specifically conjuration. All right,
Sounds good.
spend 5 minutes. You guys start heading out.
Yeah, I think we need to, unless there's a
Yeah.
weapon or anything, metal or anything around here that's magical.
Yeah, I mean,
But just on the way out, I'm not-
Andal is like, hey, I've been hearing some skittering back there. We might want to start getting out of here. And so
Yeah,
you
we can
guys
get out.
start heading out back up the tunnel that you guys came through. Heading back through, it takes you, like I said, about 15 minutes to get back to probably about 20 minutes because now you're going back uphill to get back to the main cavern, the big cavern, and another 40 minutes or so to get to the main entrance of the cavern. Again, going uphill. Mazoga stops for a minute and picks up some of the bigger mushrooms. As they're going by, she just harvests some of them. And then you guys head back to the Hanga camp over the course of the next about half an hour because you're heading downhill. And so you get back to here. It is now just after lunch. And you guys make it back to the camp. Getting back to camp, Arghat and Arak are waiting for you near, and Mazoga comes up and presents the basket full of the thing, and they all look and nod and notice that you guys notice that you had a basket as well. Artemis, not of just that one color, but of various types. Arak looks a bit perturbed by it, but doesn't say anything.
Well, I'll ask, is that not acceptable?
This is our ground. This was not part of the deal. However, Mazoga says that you used magic to make sure that Balak did not succumb to his wounds. And Balak kind of nods as well about it. He's like, "This will be your payment for that." Yeah.
Thank you.
We do not wish to have debts. Get rested.
That is good payment. Thank
On
you.
the morrow, get rested. On the morrow, your 3 nights, your 3 sunsets begin. At that point, we will have Balak take you to the north end of the valley. He will take you to the sacred lands.
Okay.
Sounds
Thank you.
good.
And we will stop there for tonight's session. Actually, how do you guys want to go another 20 minutes?
I'm down.
It's up to you guys.
It all depends on Kat. We were going to do dinner, so I don't know how hungry she is.
I mean, we could do another 20 minutes.
I still gotta finish that work.
All right. Well, then we can stop here.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. All right. We will stop here for tonight. We should do another session in a couple of weeks, and hopefully you guys will start to come upon some more interesting things as we get closer and closer to finding Del Tarak.